All right, I got something moving.
Pull them out.
They're back.
Talk to us.
Burmese pythons. And the trio who hunt them down
Bring your stick.
and take them out.
Don't get bit.
We're good to go.
The python hunters return to the Everglades.
Snake!
This time with a new generation.
Oh, yeah, there he is. He's climbing.
He's climbing the tree.
Their mission, stop an invasion
We just got stumped by a newbie.
by critters that don't belong. Invasive reptiles threaten Florida's wetlands. Iguanas, Nile monitors, and the most notorious of all, the giant Burmese python.
Snake. Just firm right there.
You got him?
Oh, yeah.
Now 3 men join forces to defend the Everglades. Biologist Sean Heflick. He's been chasing, breeding, and collecting reptiles his entire life.
I've never been afraid of snakes.
Exotic reptile breeder and cop, Greg Graziani. He knows his pythons inside and out.
I got my first Burmese python when I was 12 years old.
And python breeding pro Michael Cole. He's sold his designer color mutations for as much as $25,000.
I've learned about reptiles the hard way. It was a passion.
They are the Python Hunters. It's the new season of python hunting.
Here we go again.
Let's go catch some snakes.
Let's get out there.
Yep.
Today's mission, discover if Florida's bitter winter put a serious dent in the Burmese population.
It'd be nice if we didn't find any berms. But unfortunately, I guarantee we're gonna.
Before the killing cold, the Burm population was estimated between 3,000 and 100,000 snakes.
Land ho.
The hunters want to know if a new generation of pythons are taking hold.
Got some open space.
Oh yeah, a lot of cover too.
What'd you find?
Turtle nest dug up just like before,
Yeah.
which means python food.
Python food making a trail, too.
I'm gonna go to this end of the island, then just work back toward you guys.
All right.
The conditions are perfect for Burms. With plenty of food and a temperature of 29 degrees, they're going to be on the move.
Michael, find me a hole.
Whoa, guys.
What you got?
Come here. Greg, it's a water moccasin. Bring your stick. It's right here. It's right there.
Yeah. He's coiled up.
Almost stepped on him.
Yeah, right here. Bolton.
He's a runner. Don't grab it with your hand.
No. He's back up in the. He's on that. You see him over there, Mikey?
No, I don't see him. Careful. There he is. There he goes.
Yeah, he's flashing me.
Also known as a cottonmouth for its white gaping mouth, this venomous native of Florida can grow over 1.5 meters long. Its fangs can inject enough hemotoxic venom to destroy human limbs and tissue.
All right, got his tail here. Hold on.
Don't get bit.
I'm gonna do my best.
I didn't actually see him till he moved.
All right. Got him.
He's mucked all over the place. I can see.
Yeah, he did. To get him out of here, where I can get into a safer spot with him.
Ouch.
God, I love these guys. Look at those little needles.
That's why this is not for the faint at heart. Or the idiot. Sean, get your hands out of there. Man, when he ran, I thought he was gone.
Yeah, so well.
You tried.
You got the python hunters here, man.
There's the cotton.
That's why they call it a cottonmouth, that white flash there.
I'm gonna take these out and let him relax.
Careful.
Unlike Burmese pythons, cottonmouths belong here, so this one gets to go free.
Let's see if we can get him flashed a little bit. No, he's gonna run.
Yeah, let him go. Let him go.
Off he goes.
I'm still shaking. I love those venomous things, but it's just not me. Come on, let's catch us a berm.
Now Mikey's gonna be staring down at the ground, afraid to step on the...
I'm not afraid, just cautious.
Burmese pythons can grow to over 6 meters, many times longer than a cottonmouth. But finding a snake that big isn't easy. With brown and black camouflage skin, Burms are almost invisible, but Sean, Greg, and Michael know exactly where to look.
I think that's an interesting thing.
This one piece will make 52 layers.
Watch on mobile devices or the big screen. All for free. No subscription required. Download Veely now.
Hey, hey! What you got? Talk to us! Talk to us! Come on, talk to us! Come on! Are you in the water?
Yeah, right at the edge. Damn it.
I'm coming through. I see you.
It's slippery. I have no idea where his head is, but...
You have no idea where his head is?
No, because...
Which direction he's going into the grass?
Right here in front of me. His tail's between my legs. Hang on.
All right, I see somebody.
Grab his tail. Wait a minute, I'm about losing.
I got his body right here. I got the mid part of his body.
Can you release it and I drag it this way?
Michael. Grab this.
I got a tail.
All right, I got the head.
I know, but he's got this wrap. We're gonna have to back him through or reach through.
Hold on a second.
Oh,
That's a good size one, guys. Can you please just pull him out?
You got it?
Yeah.
I got it. Go.
You got him?
Yeah.
Okay.
They bagged their first berm of the season, but now they'll have to be careful not to get caught themselves.
Guys.
What?
We're in a...
Hey, that's a gator nest.
There's broken eggshells around here.
Yeah, I'm standing in knee-deep water next to a gator nest.
This thing was right on the edge of this gator nest.
Look at the sun coming right in here on the nest, which is why the nest is here.
And when I walked up, bam, it just bolted into the water.
Alligators rule the Everglades, but they're now in direct competition with a huge dinner guest that nobody invited to the party.
That's a nice one. I can feel more than hear gurgling in his throat.
Look at the bubbles. He's got a respiratory. He's bubbling. He's come down with a respiratory.
Other than that, he looks perfectly healthy.
This is a thick animal. We don't have a weight on it yet, but this is one of the thickest ones that we've caught in this area.
Well, I tell you what, we need to get the date on this thing and get it loaded. Matter of fact, you know what? Let's just get GPS.
GPS
and temps may not do any good. He's been in the water.
Okay.
So let's get GPS. Everything else can be gotten, and then let's finish out this hunt on this island.
You know, this snake could be sitting here ambushing a mammal that's coming up here to get what's left of the eggs from this gator nest.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
That's a big snake.
The temperature and GPS location of every python is key data to help wildlife authorities understand the species' movements and habits.
I got one here to send to Fish and Game.
This snake is about 2 3/4 meters long and weighs 6.8 kilos, about average size. Still, they'll need more catches and more data to determine if significant numbers of pythons survived the cold and went on to breed.
We're good to go. It's a good day, guys, good day. This is a hot spot, man. It was a hot spot last year, it's a hot spot this year.
Their first hunt does offer one chilling conclusion. Burms of breeding age are still alive in the Everglades. With a berm in the bag, the python hunters decide to chase a new invader lurking in Florida's extensive canal system: iguanas.
Just over this wall is one sitting. As soon as we crossed this street, we saw one sitting over the wall. So when we approach that wall, we're gonna have to be, real stealthy to get over there and get close enough to them.
Let's check those out.
Let's do it.
Florida's wild iguanas are mostly descendants of ship stowaways and escaped or abandoned pets. They number in the thousands and burrow into canal and bridge embankments. And that's another invasive reptile problem Florida can do without.
Yo. Great.
Oh, hang on. Under the bridge?
2 of them. One in the water, one's under the bridge.
I'm gonna go to the other side of the bridge.
Okay, he's crawling on the rocks all the way across.
One already went in the water?
Yep, he went down right there. The other one's running across the footway. See him right there? That worked real good.
That's an iguana there. Hey, Mike, we got 2 of them exactly at this point on the opposite end of the bridge. One facing the road, one facing out.
Oh, and they're heading up.
No, that one's going down. God, that thing moves almost.
he's going up. He's going up.
He went down and up.
Go across that side.
Yeah, I got it. I see the big male right here, though. Oh, he knows what's up now.
You're gonna have to go across. He's this way.
She went right down that crevice.
Oh, did she?
Well, mine might not have worked, but I stayed a lot drier with mine not working.
That was a nice big male, though.
Yeah.
It was.
You were
bright red,
inches
too.
away from him when you dove in on him.
You see him, he wasn't happy too.
Well,
Big
I
old
thought,
head bob,
here
like,
we
I don't
go,
know what
'cause
you're
he started
doing.
This is good. I say we at least.
There goes my sunglasses.
Oh, did you have them on?
Yeah, they were on top of my hat.
They should be right out there. There they are. Is that them straight out? It looks like a white.
I think I see them. No, they're about halfway up, halfway down. Looks like they're kind of trying to float. A little farther out.
No, out. No, straight out. Dive right there. Right there. No, right there.
Whether catching iguanas or snakes, the python hunters are always busy. Tonight, they're out combing the roads. Snakes are attracted to asphalt warmed by the day's sun. It's a good bet they'll find one.
Mikey, you got your glasses?
Yeah. Hey,
Snake.
Burm. Got him? Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Little one.
Little one.
Get his tail. He's twitchy. Hang on. Let me turn him, and I'll turn him right away from you. There you go.
You got the tail. I know this get even game here.
He's trying to get you
I
bit.
know what he's thinking. I know exactly what he's thinking.
He's all yours.
Oh, no, you jack.
I said he's all yours.
Yeah, just what I want. Back in, all over me.
To defend themselves, pythons squirt a foul mix of musk, urine, and feces that lingers for hours.
Come here, Mikey.
What are you pointing at me for?
Come here, Mikey.
Come on, man. What are you pointing at me for?
Go ahead, got one hand sexing for me, Michael.
I'll sex it for you, but let me hold. Of course, it's a girl.
Is it? I don't think I've caught a girl this small.
She's fighting you.
I don't care about getting bit.
I didn't do it.
Putting this tail on me.
You keep, I didn't do anything.
I thought you wanted
with
it.
this dang tail, I'm
I
telling you.
wanted it.
I'm not taking the
I
blame
was
for
just
that.
looking for scars and stuff.
It's a good-looking animal. Looks pretty healthy, too.
I'm not overly happy. Huh? Okay, we all ran out of the truck.
What are you doing? God, jerk.
Delicious.
You guys have given me the tail twice.
He's not happy.
No, he's not. You want to hold the snake and I'll do that? You got him?
Yep.
Hold on, bro. Wow, Sean. You can let go of the head, just don't let go of the tail.
68 3/4. 7 exactly on girth.
What, you came just hunting for mama or what?
Yeah, that's all I carry, a big bag.
Pigs or?
That's all I carry, big bag.
He's gonna put bodies in there.
6 pounds, 7 ounces.
Done.
Done. And we're out. Okay, I spotted it. Got the tail, Greg took the head. You could hold it.
Over.
It's early morning at Mike's place.
Come hither. I'm ready. Come on, Jedi. Woo. Away. Ooh. Fight me for real. Chicken. Oh, whoa. Ow. People think it's dangerous to go catch snakes. I got a sword fight with that kid every morning before school. That's what danger's all about.
Mike is one of the world's top breeders of exotic ball pythons. This morning, after a year-long wait, he'll find out if he's produced another new, one-of-a-kind genetic mutation.
I think we got some baby snakes hatching. You want to go cut them open?
Yes, please.
By mating snakes of different colors and patterns, Mike hopes these eggs will produce unique and valuable skin designs. To assist in the hatching process, he cuts the shells.
This is the most exciting thing about being a snake breeder is sometimes we're making brand new, never seen before color mutations and pattern mutations. We use these scissors where it's pointed up in the corner, so we make sure we don't cut any of the snake or the veins. Looks like we have a...
I don't know.
Looks like we have a pastel or a super pastel. Look at all the veins that are not quite absorbed yet.
Wow.
When it's ready to come out, all of those veins will turn gray, and the blood will be absorbed into the yolk, which gets absorbed into the snake's belly, and then it'll be ready to come out. Oh, wow. The first ever pastel calico window granite.
Wow.
Genetic engineering of ball pythons is worth the effort.
Look at those colors.
Each one of these snakes could fetch up to $12,000 from collectors.
Feels kind of like rubber.
And it's a boy. All right.
Mike exports his baby pythons all over the world. But today, he's agreed to collect a major shipment for another breeder.
Welcome to Miami. Going to the airport.
Every year, over 500,000 reptiles from around the world pass through Miami International Airport. Strict regulations determine how each species must be packed and shipped.
Is that Joe's shipment?
Yep.
I'm gonna pick that up for him.
All right. Let's go ahead. You got both of them?
Yeah.
All right.
Wildlife officers and customs officials spot-check the
This
shipments.
is first over here. Let's go take a look at the emeralds.
These crates come from Guyana and contain dozens of snakes, lizards, and caimans, a relative of the crocodile. Many of these reptiles can inflict serious wounds.
Everybody where they're supposed to be?
So far.
I always wondered if you guys were as careful as we are about handling that stuff.
Yeah, I don't want to end up having to get stitches or anything like that.
Yeah, those are some nice long teeth on that snake.
Main thing also we're looking for here too is make sure that it is an emerald tree boa and not something venomous either.
Yeah, well,
It's happened before. They're emeralds. Yeah.
that's a beauty. I like it when they ship what they're supposed to.
Yeah, so do we.
The emerald tree boa is a tree snake with large fangs. So when you get bit by one, you're going to continue to bleed for quite a while. Whoever packed this shipment got bit. It looks like they lost a little bit of blood packing it. As long as it's not yours, right?
Yeah.
This is supposed to be the payment.
But the inspection hits a snag.
It's supposed to be 5 caimans in here.
The mouths have to be taped.
They're not taped.
They're not?
No.
Are you kidding me?
With no tape around the caiman snouts, the shipment violates U.S. Fish and Wildlife laws and may be refused entry.
That's a violation.
Yeah, it's a violation of IATA regs.
I'm going to call him.
We got 3 little guys here.
I don't think I'll be picking this one up. I'll let him come get it himself. Hey, Joe. Hey, I'm at Fish and Wildlife doing your inspection. Yeah, your exporter didn't tape the mouth of these caimans. There's going to be a problem. Yeah, Yeah, no, they look great, but you're going to have to come pick this shipment up yourself. Yeah, I'm looking at him pull them out right now. No, it's not clear tape. There's no tape on it. He's trying to bite.
Definitely not tape.
All right, I'll tell him you're coming because I'm not picking it up. I want nothing to do with it. I'm not taking a wildlife violation. All right, bye. He's going to have to come down here himself. I can't take the shipment.
Joe will have to deal with the wildlife officers in person. He could face thousands of dollars in fines. As the wildlife officials open more crates, there's even worse news.
Loose snake.
Loose snake?
Loose snake.
What is he? They're baby rainbow boas. One right there.
Another one here.
Unfortunately, that's probably one bag with the rip in it. There's right here on top. Here's your empty bag. There's 5 missing.
Another surprise package.
It's got the tegus in it. Yeah, little tegus.
A covering screen has come loose.
Oh.
It's not exactly standard pack job there.
No, it's not really an acceptable packing job.
Yeah.
And this is why.
Yeah, I see him.
Got him.
Whoa. They're fast little guys.
That's how we get invasive species here. The tegu is an animal that eats anything, anytime, anywhere, and can adapt, and now you've got a population problem.
Exactly.
Same thing we have with the birds.
Particularly in an ecosystem that they can thrive in.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's the big thing right there.
Well, we see it with other species. They're here. You know, they got here. However they got here, they're here, and they're doing good.
Exactly.
With the reptiles secure, Agent McKissick invites Michael to see something the public seldom does.
Oh, you're kidding me. Is that real ivory?
Yeah.
Those are real tusks?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. That's a real grizzly bear.
Yep.
What are people thinking?
Worldwide, the black market in wildlife is a $20 billion business. Of the hundreds of thousands of animals smuggled annually, many are reptiles.
That's cobra. Monocled cobra skin. Somebody's purse.
A lot of the stuff we can say were the innocent buyers.
Are you kidding me?
I mean, you know, you'll see stuff like this being sold on a street corner in another country.
They're caiman. And
a lot of times the people will buy it thinking, well, if I can buy it, then it must be okay. We've gotten better at our job in detecting it, but at the same time, when you have individuals who are looking at the profit aspect of it, particularly when it comes to reptiles. One individual brought in a suitcase out of South America. We retailed what was in that suitcase at $45,000. He purchased the animals for less than $500. Between my agency and the Customs and Border Protection, the smarter we get in detecting, the smarter they get in hiding it.
All these people doing illegal things, and in the end, it's the poor animals that suffer every single time.
I got the head. I got the head. I know.
It's a new season for the python hunters. So far, they've nailed 2 live Burms.
That's a big snake.
To check the health of the population, they need more data. So Mike and Greg have decided to investigate an area they call the epicenter. In 1992, a reptile storage facility located just a few kilometers from this farm was destroyed by Hurricane Andrew. 900 Burmese pythons escaped into the neighboring Everglades, canals, and farmland.
Over there earlier this year, we killed 3 in that field. And over there, past them semis on the other side, that's where we killed a majority of them last year, and there was 2 or 3 killed in that one this year. Last year, I think it was 20, 22 snakes. This year is probably 5 to 7. This year's been a lot less.
Yeah, the ones that you guys did find this year, well, were they big ones? Were they small ones?
They were smaller this year than last year.
The larger ones had a harder time surviving through the last year's freeze.
You know, if we get multiple years of cold like this, I think there could stand a chance of wiping them out. If we don't, you just kind of get this peak and valley where you wipe out your bigger breeders, and it's going to be a couple of years before those smaller ones make it up to breeding size again for those numbers to go up and down.
A week ago, they found one out there as well.
Why don't we go take a run over there and see what we can find?
Last year's cold snap means smaller and fewer pythons this year, but there are still plenty of juveniles to hunt down and eradicate.
You'll see here you're standing on top, and then here you're lower. So then back up on top, back and forth. And you can see how that could be a perfect habitat.
They get down in there and you never see them unless you step on them.
You never see them.
Yeah, I mean, this is a perfect habitat. Look at that between your legs, Mike.
I've seen that before. I was born with it. What are you looking for?
That was a cane toad. Hopped right through your legs.
Yep, there he is.
There you go.
We're in here for 2 minutes. You got a cane toad?
Yeah. If we can do that with a Burmese python, man.
Yeah, he likes you. He's spraying poison on. No, I'm not gonna lick it.
The cane toad is another invasive species. It secretes a toxic poison that can kill any animal that tries to eat it. Humans have been known to lick cane toads because of the poison's hallucinogenic properties. A record 30 pythons have been recovered from this farm in a little over a year. But with more than 40 acres of dense growth to search, no Sean means more work for Greg and Michael.
You know what? We each took a row and walked down it up and down this field.
This is where we need Sean. We can set up camp and let him walk it.
Burmese pythons hunt by ambush, remaining motionless and laying in wait. Combined with camouflage, they have all the advantages over their prey.
All right, I got something moving.
Big or little? How far up?
I don't know. I just saw it moving the plants.
You sure you weren't hung up on a vine?
No, it was a good 8, 9 feet ahead of me.
Thought I saw it in there, didn't you?
Yeah, it was really finding holes.
There, right here.
Yeah. It's right by my foot. I think he's going back your way.
Whatever it is, it's the same thing that those hawks are hunting. It's a rat.
There he is, right by your foot. Got him?
He went past you.
It's got to be a small rodent.
You're right in there.
Yep.
That's where you're going to find berms in this stuff for sure.
Sean's not with them because he has a high priority issue, even higher than python hunting. It's a green iguana called
Godzilla. This guy was a rescue. He's a drop-off. He's a pretty good boy. Got a nice comb, real nice crown on you, don't you? Nice dewlap. He shows all the other males, and look at me, look how impressive I am.
an unwanted pet. Godzilla was dropped on Sean's doorstep. After 6 months of searching,
I found Godzilla another home. Somebody's got a really nice big enclosure for him, so he'll be taken care of. Tilda, come on, girl. Our home and our facility has become a sanctuary for a lot of reptiles. You know, I get a lot of people come to me that have reptiles that they can't take care of, they want me to take. I get, local humane societies, private individuals, animal control. Iguanas, you waking up? Come on, boy, you can't sleep all day. Why not? They'll show up with turtles or iguanas or snakes. I even get calls about alligators, just all kinds of stuff. This is the perfect place to raise Thorne and give him that freedom to run in the woods if he wants and have some chores, learn responsibility, and develop even more his interest in being a wildlife vet.
Yeah, she's a better eater than him.
I got a lot to do, so I want to try to feed the gators early today, all right?
caring for snakes and gators is more than a full-time job, so Thorne has become his dad's right-hand man.
That should be good, huh?
She's right about there.
Houdini.
She's just cruising along. Here. I can barely see her eye.
Come here. Over here. Over here. You're off target. Houdini. Nice. Gator is psycho.
Back at the berm epicenter, Greg and Michael continue to hunt for pythons.
Whoa, what do we got?
Yeah, we got a dead Burmese python here. And his head is totally mangled.
Must be one that got hit by your plow. Probably a shotgun, I would guess.
Yep.
Is that the weapon of choice to dispatch a python out here?
But the head looks totally, that looks shot. Look at that skull.
Yeah, somebody blew that apart.
That's an old wound right there because we've already got scar tissue healing it over. We look a little further. Let's see if we got any gut content in this animal right here, if that's just bloated air. We're only talking a couple days here. That animal's not that decomposed.
Bile.
Hold on a second. I got something big right here.
Yeah, that's definitely a fecal of some kind. Yeah. Where's Sean? We need him. He's the poop man. All right. This is the first snake I've actually...
Look at all the hair,
with food
hair
in
in that. That's rabbit or possum right there. But I still feel another hard lump right here.
Pythons don't just eat rabbits and rodents. They've been known to kill pets and poultry.
I've never seen, look how hard
Petrified.
that is. Yeah, it is. Look at that. See, we can come out this other end. There you go.
Wouldn't that have been easier from the start? Yeah, probably.
Might have been, but it wasn't as fun as watching you cut through that and playing all that crap.
Thanks, Greg.
Hey, there's a reason I carry a snake hook with me, man.
You're starting to act like
Easy
Sean.
now.
I'm digging through the dirt. Yeah, this is just lovely.
Since you're already messy, why don't you give it a stretch and I'll get the tape measure.
The python hunters prefer to catch their burms alive, but even a dead one tells a tale.
Hold that for me there, Mike.
Before the cold snap, female burms caught by the python hunters averaged just under 4 meters.
And we are right at 78 inches.
This one is only half the average size.
All right, Michael, what was your guess?
I'd say around 8.
6 pounds, 14 ounces.
Recovering just one small python isn't necessarily a good sign. It means even if another cold snap occurs, burms may find ways to survive.
See him?
When it comes to bagging burms, the python hunters are experts.
I got him.
Now they're passing their skills to a new generation.
We have to be careful because of all this water here and the places we are here in Central Florida. There's water moccasins here too, and rattlesnakes. Some of the snakes that we're going to see out here could be venomous. So if you come across a snake that you don't recognize, then you have to not touch it until we identify it.
Okay.
Okay? You just look at it and you yell snake. Keep your eyes peeled.
What's this right here?
Oh, gator.
And this line right in the mud is the tip of the tail when she slides back in. And you see how worn down this is? Everywhere else, it's a lot of grass. So that means she lays here a lot. This is her favorite basking spot.
When you're stalking snakes and alligators, you've got to conquer your fear, unless you're the child of a python hunter.
Snake!
I saw the tail.
Oh, yeah, there he is. He's climbing.
He's climbing the tree. Anybody got him?
Ow. Ah,
Get hung up?
no wasp.
You got into a wasp? Let me
Look
see.
at, they're all flying.
All right, be careful, guys. We've stirred up a wasp nest. Where'd you get hit?
Come
All right, here on the nail.
On the nail? Let me see it.
Oh.
They're worse than a snake bite, aren't they? You gonna be able to tough it out, or you gotta go home? You good? Yeah, if there's a wasp nest in there, a black racer's not worth it. We'll find another one.
Lane is no stranger to extreme encounters. By the age of 8, he had already tangled with a burm, captured on video by his mom.
Really quick on his head.
Here you go. Here.
Really quick.
Here.
Now. Got
Good
him.
job,
Good job. Don't let him
Lane.
bite you. Good job, buddy.
He's gonna try to bite you.
Don't let him bite you. JJ
you.
will keep his tail off you. He skunked you a little bit.
Greg,
He got you. That's all right. I don't need it now. He's got it now.
Good
Can you
job.
unwrap? Get your hand out. Get your hand. Hold him. Hold him. Is it? Yeah. You got him, Lane?
Lane, don't let him go, baby. He'll bite
Hang on to him.
mess
Get
out
your
of
other
you.
hand in there. Yes, sir. Good job, buddy.
Oh.
Awesome catch.
Oh, my
You got him with both hands?
You got him?
Let's get out on the road.
Back at Sean's facility, another cry for help from a pet owner put Sean's plans for python hunting on hold.
Yeah, hey, Sean, it's Pamela. You got the retook morph from me?
Yeah, I remember.
Okay, do you have room for another one? Just one other one.
Just one other one. Is it a dwarf or is it your normal?
This caller has a reticulated python facing a death sentence. The owner is leaving Florida. She must find a suitable home for her snake or have it euthanized.
Yeah.
Well, can you go get that one soon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we probably have to get it today. She's doing the right thing.
Yeah. Oh, no, we'll take care of it. It's just, you know, sad.
Sean believes a struggling economy is leaving record numbers of exotic pets homeless.
I mean, that's a lot of the rescues I'm getting. You know, people are like, we lost our house and we're going to an apartment complex and they don't allow pets or they don't allow snakes.
Hey.
How are you?
Good, how you doing?
Good. All right, is it hiding in there?
He's, under the light right now, but
What's his demeanor like?
he's good.
Pretty good? Good.
I can't say he won't bite, you know how that goes, but
He's got a mouth.
he's never bit at me or never tried. But the demeanor's good, he's been great. But he's cool.
The reticulated python can grow to be one of the most powerful and longest snakes in the world. The largest on record measured 10 meters.
What do you move? What are you gonna do?
Yeah. No, you did the right thing, though. You know? You found a good home for it, and that's what it's about.
Well, with you, I know.
Yeah? Hi.
Good. Oh, I have some frozen rats that would help you out.
Oh, that'd be great.
I just feed them every other week.
Looks good. Beautiful snake.
And nobody wanted him.
I tell you, if I can't find somebody who wants to give him a good home, then he'll just stay with me. You
Good.
know, that's the way
good to
it goes.
know. That's good to know.
I know as painful as the choice is, you made the right decision, you're doing the right thing, and I will give you my word that this animal will have a good home. You gonna say goodbye to Mama?
Yeah.
Call me if you want updates. All right, you're doing the right thing. She had all the permits she was supposed to have. She had a tag, the caging was appropriate and up to standard. That was the big thing, trying to reassure that, look, you know, it'll go to a good home, you're doing the right thing, and, you know, you should be applauded for it. Thorne, get up, buddy. Come on. Ain't no sleeping in, no rest for the wicked. Do it. Teenagers. Always trying to sleep in.
At Sean's, preparations are underway for a major mission.
Hey, what do you think about if we take care of that Argo? We gotta wash that Argo sometime. Okay. It's gotta be ready to roll for the Everglades.
The python hunters are going to venture into the Everglades deeper than they've ever been before, over 32 kilometers. For the first time, they'll camp overnight together and hunt in treacherous and unfamiliar terrain.
You missed the spot.
For Sean's 16-year-old son, Thorne, there's a surprise in store.
When do I get to go in the Everglades with the Argo?
We're taking you. I told you we'd get you there. A, we need additional bait besides Mike. And B, that's just one more person I get to harass.
Thorne spent a lifetime around reptiles, but the overnight hunt in the Everglades will be his first trip with the python hunters.
That's good.
The big day for Burm hunting has arrived, but Sean hasn't.
Did you talk to him about meeting here or time and everything? Because
Yeah, we were supposed to actually. Did you contact him about the switch of the meeting place? Was he
I sent an email
down
to
on
everyone.
75.
jeez.
Hope you got it.
Yeah, we're sitting around here burning daylight. You know, we need to get out and catch some pythons, and we're waiting on him.
Let me see here.
Hey, speak of the devil.
Oh, good.
I'm here, aren't I?
Looks that way.
My whole line of thinking is, party don't start until I get here, so you know.
You almost missed the party boat. Hey, typically we wouldn't do this, but hey, can we help you get some stuff on this boat so we can get moving?
Hey, we travel light, buddy. We are efficient.
Good deal.
Who's we?
Huh?
Oh, you brought him with you.
I bought the man cubs.
What's up, man?
Oh.
How you doing? Good to see you.
The team also includes Glades expert Captain Sean to guide them through the maze of sawgrass and waterways.
Yeah, I don't have to drag the boat around this time?
Well, you know, unless something happens to that engine.
I see you boys have gained some weight since the last time we were together.
That's right. A little too much.
Captain Sean is a fifth-generation Gladesman. For him, being here is an honor and a privilege.
There's only one Everglades, and when it's gone, it's gone. My kids that grow up out here, me that grew up out here, I get it.
The Everglades is an enormous 5,000 square kilometer reservoir of marsh and canals. The python hunters are heading 40 kilometers into it, to a new place they've never gone before. For Sean's son Thorne, there's a different reason to be excited about this trip.
This is my first camping trip with the 3 python hunters. I've camped with my dad before as a kid and my family. We gone on canoe trips and stuff like that, but never really gone camping in the Everglades before, so it's a new experience.
Burms are strong swimmers. If the python hunters find any survivors this deep in the glades, it could mean the presence of a healthy, breeding population. And that means trouble.
You got something to tie down this?
Yes, sir.
Somebody's gonna have to retie this because I don't really know much about knots.
Oh, no, I
saving his ass.
You get away with that.
By the looks of it, you're right.
Sorry, that's all I can do.
Hey, Michael.
Great or not.
What? Hey, Gilligan, I want to get off the island.
I'm not a boat guy. Come on. It's your boat, you tie it up.
Here, I'll be happy to.
This is python hunting, not rope tying. This looks like a great spot, though.
You know, if you all want to go hunt, I can set up your tents and get all the camp put together while you're hunting.
Your plan.
Man,
Okay?
sounds like a new member of the team
This
right
is
there.
service.
Are you kidding me? Hey, I'll set up your tents while you go hunt pythons.
This is Gladesman service at its finest.
You like grits, right?
No.
Yeah.
Guess what we're having for breakfast? We're in the middle of the Everglades, 20 miles. We haven't seen a soul all day. But yet 20 miles east of here, there's 3 million people.
Yeah.
Isn't this great?
Yeah.
No, yeah, this
There's nothing better than this.
Makes you feel good.
Before nightfall, the team decides to scout out the thick cover near the camp for any signs of burns.
Any of you guys find this turtle nest dug up prior? What does this mean here?
That means we got raccoons or possums or little turtle predators here, which means we got food for Burmese pythons.
That's right. It's amazing looking at this ground that a turtle could even dig a nest here. I mean, with all the coral.
What you got?
A little poaching action, it looks like.
A what?
Got a gator skull.
Gator skull.
Rooting around.
Poaching action.
Nice.
This alligator was likely shot for its meat. Hunting is prohibited in the park, but recently, poachers were convicted of killing 36 alligators in a single night.
Looks like somebody shot him in the beak the way it's busted off right there.
Yeah, there's actually sutures there. So what you find is the skull fits together just like that. I don't see the other snout. Here it is. And this one.
It's a biological jigsaw
like a-
puzzle.
You're right.
Did you bring any of your skeleton glue with you, Sean?
No.
Found a dead gator, we're gonna find something alive.
Probably a good idea.
Especially before these two do, otherwise we'll never hear the end of it.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I just hope Thorne's not like his father. I mean, he's always trying to get in on the head on every single catch. So I hope we don't have to knock the poor kid down when we find a snake.
As sundown approaches, Thorne grows impatient.
You guys can sit around. I'm going hunting.
Thorne's a good kid. I just hope he doesn't get too overeager and grab something too big for him.
I think it's time to do what we do. 'Cause we're not gonna find any pythons sitting here.
Ready for your first night hunt?
Sure.
Got your flashlight?
Got fresh bait.
Let's do it.
Hunting at night puts everyone at greater risk. They won't be the only predators on the prowl.
I'd laugh if there's like a python coiled up there.
See anything, Sean? No. There's something spooked into the water, but...
Frog, maybe?
Frog or small gator.
Alligators and Burmese pythons share a lot of the same taste for prey. So where there are gators, there are likely burns.
A lot of little game trails through here. This is a perfect little haven.
Thorne,
Yeah,
where you at?
I'm over here by the water.
Anything?
Not yet.
This is a perfect time and place to find Burmese pythons right now.
With all the signs pointing to berms in the area, Thorne moves ahead.
Hey, I got one over here. A Burmese.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he tried to get in the water.
Oh my crap.
Huh? It's sitting right there on the edge.
Oh, he crapped all over you, dude.
Yeah.
Look at this.
You kidding me?
No, he was just chilling.
Yeah, let him
Nice.
go and see how chilling he is.
Where was he?
He was just chilling right here. He must have decided he didn't want to go back somewhere for the night.
Heck yeah.
Good snag, man.
Good job.
Congratulations, Thorne.
Why, thank you.
That's awesome.
We just got stumped by a newbie.
Is that your first berm, Thorne?
Yeah.
I don't care how we get them or who gets them. As long as somebody gets them, that's great.
Tail walk it, boy. Do the snag. Oh! No!
Ooh, got a finger.
Yeah.
See, he had it good the first time.
Burmese pythons have a series of needle-like teeth that face inward. There's no escaping that hold as the vice grip encircles and squeezes the life from its struggling prey in a matter of minutes. Lucky for Thorne, they're not venomous.
Caught him with my hand.
Oh, there, now that's... So now you're a python hunter.
You all right?
Yeah.
Thorne, let me tell you something. Don't listen to your dad.
There we go. That's the badge of the python hunter.
There you go.
I got to tell you, as proud as I am of my son, I know that I'm not going to hear the end of this one for a long time to go. Hang on. Switch.
Look at this. He always ends up with the damn head.
Yeah.
Always.
He even takes it from his son.
Come on, stretch him out. Stretch him out. We got a total length.
Like really good right there.
Total length?
65 inches.
Got it. Tail first. You know how it's done. 1, 2, 3. Woo! Look at that hand.
3 pounds, 15 ounces.
At 1.8 kilos, this berm may be another lightweight, but it's managed to thrive deep in the Everglades.
Good catch.
Can we add a little who caught it down at the bottom?
That'll go in the notes.
Oh.
That'll go on the notes.
After a full night of hunting, Thorne's the only one to catch a berm. He's now a fully fledged python hunter.
That was a great find. I got some experience with catching a wild python, so that's one less in Everglades. I'll have to keep coming out and see if I can get another one on my own again. Yes, I am a python hunter.
So far, the hunters have caught 3 live Burmese pythons, and they've solved a mystery. While the size and numbers of these invasives are down, Burmese pythons are definitely not out. Any presence here continues to pose a threat to all the native animals that do belong. After a long night, the hunters are ready for breakfast.
Hey guys, the grits are ready. I'm thinking I don't want to, I don't eat all y'all's grits. So I'm gonna stick to bacon and eggs, so, so y'all have enough.
We are 25 miles out in the middle of nowhere. You don't eat grits, you're gonna walk home.
Give me a teaspoonful.
you got the record for the tiniest sperm.
Hey, it's a record. I'll take any record I can get.
The python hunters get out of the Everglades and take to the streets.
There's one right there.
And canals.
I think someone really wanted to let him go.
To hunt Florida's other untamable.
No, these iguanas are kicking our butts, guys.
And unwanted invasive reptiles.
Nile monitor right on the bank.
They tear meat, they rip it, they crush snails.
Let me get a boat. Ow! Son of bit me.
Invasive reptiles threaten Florida's wetlands. Iguanas, Nile monitors, and the most notorious of all, the giant Burmese python.
Snake, there's a berm right there.
You got him? Oh, yeah.
Now 3 men join forces to defend the Everglades. Biologist Sean Heflick. He's been chasing, breeding, and collecting reptiles his entire life.
I've never been afraid of snakes.
Exotic reptile breeder and cop Greg Graziani. He knows his pythons inside and out.
I got my first Burmese python when I was 12 years old.
And python breeding pro Michael Cole. He sold his designer color mutations for as much as $25,000.
I've learned about reptiles the hard way. It was a passion.
They are the Python Hunters.
Right down there is where I caught the hatchlings, right?
Somebody else caught some babies on this road too, wasn't it?
The hunters are taking a break from the swamps to catch pythons in a nearby forest.
So if there's been babies caught right here 2 years in a row, that means there's a mother that's sticking around here.
We need to get out there and start looking for her.
Game on!
They soon discover the perfect breeding conditions for a mother berm.
It's high and dry here.
Yeah, it is. This is a good ridge.
But more than pythons breed here. These woods are home to 4 species of venomous snakes, and they bite when cornered.
Hey, Sean, this looks like perfect eastern diamondback territory.
Yeah, I'm with you. All these down trees, the high ground, the brush cover, the fern cover.
Hey, guys.
Oh, hey, Greg, get your head up. There's a baby berm.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, got him.
Sean, help him with that. That one looks a little too big for him to handle. Gotta give you credit, Michael. You did scream, but it was a little more manlier than Sean's.
That's a lie.
My dad taught me that the easiest way to get a snake is to let it bite you. Then you got it. You know you got it.
Like you got manhandled by a hatchling. That's this year's.
He's a hatchling. Look at his umbilicus.
Look, still got the scar.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Get a head temp first. 79.7.
Let's say that's awful low.
Burmese pythons' head temperatures soar into the high 80s and low 90s when they've been sunning. This one is showing signs of the cold.
Did you get a ground temp? Okay.
81.8.
Okay. Well, here's the key for you, Michael. This one's going to be tough. I need a length and a girth.
And let us not forget
a sex.
I don't mind sex on this one. Oh, it's a male.
It's a male.
Definitely.
Oh, yeah.
It's a male.
And I did that without getting spooged.
First time for everything, Mikey.
Hey, little guy, hold still. Oh, come on, stretch. 34 and a half. Woo!
Girth, baby. 3.5 inches.
So this is definitely this year's baby. I don't think there's any chance that the 2-year-old would still be this small.
Probably hatched out in mid-August, early September. So he's only a couple months old.
What's the weight on that?
8 ounces.
Is that what we got? I think you got the record for the tiniest sperm.
Hey, it's a record. I'll take any record I can get.
For the python hunters, any invasive berm, even a hatchling, is too big a threat to leave in a Florida forest.
We say we get something to eat, and sunsets would be a good time to check this road out.
Come on, baby snake master.
Hoo-ah, one more gone.
When the sun goes down, the cold-blooded Burmese pythons slither out onto the highways to raise their body temperature. Warm asphalt's an excellent hunting ground.
There's something on the side of the road right there.
Saw that. What was that?
I don't know. It looked pretty big, though.
Looked dead.
Yeah, it looked like it might have been hit.
Could be a berm. Let's go back and look at it.
Every year in the U.S., almost 400 million animals become roadkill.
There. Yeah. It's a snake. Oh, it's a berm. It looks like the road crew marked it to notify somebody from FWC the location of it, make it easy to find.
You think this was run over by a car on purpose or just inadvertent?
It could have been just crossing the road and hit. We know people see them, they swerve to hit them, they think they're doing a good job. Unfortunately, sometimes at 60 miles an hour, they can't tell a berm from a native snake. Is there any way to tell male or female on that tail? Is there enough of it left?
I mean, the only way would probably is if the spurs were...
Got anything?
No, it's too
Okay,
hard.
we'll leave that one as unknown.
Death doesn't excuse this snake from a full body examination. It only makes it safer for the hunters.
How much you got there, Mike?
About 54 inches. Are these the same bugs that you use to do your skeleton preps?
Yeah, they're native here. These domestic beetles under there. You can see them all through here.
What's
Right
this?
there.
Is that a young beetle or is that a different species?
No, there's the larva.
How much time does it take for the larva to turn into a beetle? Will it do it in this carcass?
Well, it depends on temperature and how much they have to eat, and, you know, I would doubt it'll go all the way through in this carcass because this carcass is so...
So will the larva crawl off?
Yeah, the larva crawl off.
So let's get this thing off the roadway.
Whether it's cars, the cold, or the python hunters themselves, there's no future for berms in Florida. But somehow they survive, and they're not alone. The state of Florida has almost 400 species of invasive animals. Many of them started out as unwanted pets. To curb their release into the sensitive ecosystems, the Fish and Wildlife Commission sponsors several annual Amnesty Days.
Kind of aggressive?
A little bit, yeah.
Such an event is held at Gatorland, one of Central Florida's oldest attractions. Gatorland is devoted to crocodilians, wildlife walks, and educational experiences for families looking for something other than roller coasters in Orlando.
So you got some stuff coming in, huh?
Yeah, a little early.
What did he bring in?
Turtles.
Turtles?
Tim Williams has invited Sean and Greg to offer their expert advice on invasive species.
When I was a kid growing up here, we just didn't realize the impact these animals have at the time. It was an animal.
Right.
You know, and it gets too big or you get tired of it and chunk it, and it's just so sad. Who owns this? How you doing? I'm Tim. I'm Blue. Blue, good to see you. You're...
Amber.
Amber, good to see you.
Tim greets new visitors and helps them get started processing their unwanted animals.
Well, I think he's a marvelous-looking animal, but, man, they grow up to be real monsters and can really do a job.
As long as he's in the cage, he's fine. But if you try, he's not been used to take out of that cage.
It's better to do this than turn him loose or take some other action with him. Yeah.
In Florida, it's illegal to release a non-native animal into the wild.
Come here, buddy. Yep.
On Amnesty Day, owners surrender unwanted pets with no hassles and no fines.
It's all right. It's all right. All these scary people manhandling you. Do you have reptiles as pets?
No, I really want.
What do you want?
I want a huge iguana like that size.
What? But you gotta keep it in a huge cage.
I know, my mom freaks out.
Oh, your mom freaks out.
She doesn't like iguanas.
Oh, maybe you should get like a little ball python. They don't get very big, and you get really cool ones. And know what you're getting into before you buy it. Know what they eat, know what size of cage they need, know how long they live, know all that stuff before you buy one. Deal?
Sure.
Yeah, these are definitely the same species, but unfortunately they're hybrids. Red ear slider, indigenous slider.
Is that good or bad?
That's bad. We don't really want red ear sliders or hybrids. That's part of the problem. They get into these waterways here and they can hybridize with indigenous animals, and that's not good.
I didn't want to let them loose, yeah, because I don't want them to get eaten by raccoons or anything like that. I really care about them.
You made the right decision. This one you can see, you see a little bit of red right there.
Yeah.
This is, do you know what the male look like?
No. This man sold them on the side of the road, and I got them when they were that big.
You can't do that anymore. You can't sell aquatic turtles in the state of Florida that are under 4 inches carapace length. So these little tiny quarter-size hatchlings anymore can only be sold for educational purposes or research.
And that's what he made me. That's what he said. He made me sign a paper saying that that's what I was doing with them.
Right,
Yes.
they were for research.
Yeah, that they were for research.
Loophole, right? Yeah.
Goodbye, baby. Say bye.
You all right? Sorry. You wanna pet him?
Parting with a beloved pet isn't easy. But Amnesty Day plays a vital role in protecting Florida from animals that can no longer be cared for.
Are you all right?
No.
No? What's the reason for turning the turtles in?
We have, what is that? It's like a little baby pool like you get at Kmart. It's only like 8 inches deep. And I mean, it's fine, but I just, like, they can't really like go under and swim, and they get up on their little light. But he's getting big enough where, like, if he pushes on the edge of the bricks, he can almost get out.
Okay.
Cutie.
Yeah.
And you're turning in a ball python, right?
Some people have more serious concerns about safety.
I just worry. I just had a baby, and on the news, things happening like here locally in Florida about, snakes escaping their cage on accident and hurting the baby. And one actually died locally, so it just kind of brought, a little fear to the house. He has escaped a couple times in his 20 years with me, so it was a worry.
They don't ever eat larger prey. They don't even ever attempt to eat larger prey. Humans are never on their menu. Even the Burmese pythons. That story that you saw on the news, unfortunately, as tragic as it was, there's a lot of problems with that story.
See, that's news. They, said they didn't feed him properly and he got loose.
You take care.
Stories like these sound more like urban legends to the python hunters.
It's typical. People see that on the news, and they start to get, when they have babies and they have young children, they start to get a little emotional about it.
I just hope we didn't talk to her too late and, the snake's already gone.
Well, it'll get a good home, so ultimately it works itself out.
The python hunters take a break from educating the public about invasive species to catch one of their own, the elusive Nile monitor lizard. The boys are on their way to a residential neighborhood in Cape Coral that's been crawling with Nile monitors for over a decade. Despite intense efforts to get rid of them, the population continues to breed here in large numbers.
This is kind of ground zero for these dudes. This is where you've been seeing them in this grass?
Where we've been seeing them, and all the way around this area, it's kind of Swiss cheese burrows.
Bob Mongok works for the city, setting traps in residential areas full of Niles.
That is a tangled mess in there.
Yes, it is.
Wow, that's like Shangri-La. It's so thick and swampy, and there's no way you can follow one of these things in there. It's thick. Well, we'll keep our eyes peeled.
The Nile monitor is Africa's largest lizard and can grow over 2 meters long. An excellent swimmer, the Nile hunts fish, frogs, snakes, and even crocodile eggs, making it an enormous threat to Florida's native animals. One local resident has gone way beyond trapping the nuisance.
How are you? I'm Sean.
Hi, Sean.
You're the lizard dissector?
I dissect the lizards. I've dissected probably 5.
What have you found in their guts?
Their diets are actually really marine. I found crabs, a bunch of snails, and one belly I found like 50 snail
like
shells.
Apple snails, big apple snails?
Yeah, about this big.
Yeah.
And then the funniest thing, the last one I dissected, there was a whole baby turtle, intact, not even digested. It was like a little yellow belly slider about this big. It had just eaten it before we captured it. It was just a whole baby turtle. I was amazed.
Do you have any knowledge of maybe who or where the original Niles that are in this area got released, or how they got released?
I think someone really wanted to let them go and really wanted them to live here, because that's why there's so many.
The python hunters look in on one of Bob's Nile monitor traps.
How long's this trap been out?
Well, we just put it out this morning.
Is this a typical spot where you've been catching them?
Well, sure. This is southwest Cape Coral, and that's where we primarily catch them all.
This does look like a great area. You've got a lot of thick brush around the canal in this corner here. You've got a complete vacant lot across the street. There's lots of places for them to go here and there and stay under cover, so It makes sense for them to be in a place like this.
Let's skate on down this shoreline here and see if we see anything.
Check this big snail shell out. That is a huge, there's a couple of them right here. Those are huge. Those monitors wouldn't be sucking something that big down, but all of the babies and that, they would just be eating them like candy.
Is that an invasive species, or is that
Yeah, those are non-native. Ours don't get that big. Oh, well, look, right here, look at this. Here's a mass of natives, which is the white, the bigger ones on the left, and then it's the non-natives right here, the pinkish ones.
The snail eggs are a clear example of how non-natives are competing with and threatening local species.
Using the same exact habitat and niche. Oh, look at this, look at this. If you can see out there, see all the young snails on those roots? And they're all over. Just under the water's surface, it is just covered in snails.
They said they found in the belly of those.
Tons of them. She said close to 100 or whatever. Yeah. I believe it. Look at this. This is just like a buffet.
There, yeah.
This thing looks like it just wants a kiss.
Sean, you gonna eat that or what?
Let's let him go back down here.
Lots of good food for Nile monitors here, that's for sure. So you've seen this guy?
Yeah, several times.
Yeah?
My son saw him, as a matter of fact, yesterday night when he was walking the dog.
You saw it right here?
Right here, yes. He walks around the neighborhood, goes over the street. My son saw him yesterday night.
Wow.
He walks over my seawall. I live like 3 houses down the road.
What happens if somebody tries to approach him or you get close to him?
I tried that once. If you come close enough, it stops a little bit. It comes a little closer, it runs, it jumps in the canal.
You afraid of these things? You think they're a safety issue?
I got respect. That's what I hear of them. If they bite, it's getting nasty, you know. It's a wild animal, but afraid, I would say no.
You said you have them around your seawall, and there's a burrow or something over at your place. Could we go take a look at that?
You can have a look at it, of course.
Jeez, look at these. Holy cow.
This Nile is using a dock as a perfect cover for its burrow.
It's got a nice spot to eat.
That looks like a couple of burrows, and I can see one from this angle.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them here.
But there's so much food here and cover that they're just in heaven. Ugh, I've never seen a snail population like this.
Niles are extremely aggressive and have voracious appetites. They'll eat almost anything, even small domestic animals like cats.
I smell something dead.
Turtle.
Yep, soft shell. Hey, Sean.
Dead turtle for you.
Stinky.
Would a monitor get a hold of,
I doubt it. Doesn't have any scrapes on it. There's no bite marks, no nothing on the thing.
Guys, something big right here.
Just went in?
Yeah.
I heard it.
It was not turtle-like. It was gator or lizard-like going in. You could hear the swish. Man, that is one elusive little creature.
Niles are much harder to catch than Burmese. They can run up to 25 kilometers per hour and have been known to stay underwater for up to 60 minutes.
They usually come back up. They usually don't sit if they're unmolested.
Yeah, there's enough foliage, though, that he could have squeezed up, just have his nose up in that over there and not see him. All right, well, let's head on, continue that direction, and see if we find another one.
For the hunters, pulling out the heavy artillery means climbing on the back of a truck, where they stand a greater chance of sighting the monitor.
I gotta tell you, it feels weird. Been running around the Everglades, back roads, and never see people for days hunting Burmese pythons, and all of a sudden we're driving in people's backyards looking for Nile monitors. It's a whole different world. There's one right there.
I see him. He's walking right through the grass. Yeah, he's still there. He's still there. He's going into the swamp. He's going right into that thick grass.
I'm standing in an area
or he's got it mashed in. I think he ditched. I think he went in. Come here, look at this.
It's all matted down?
It's all matted down right here, just behind the grass. So nobody can see him. He's got a trail coming in this way and a trail going out right through there.
He can sun right here all he wants.
I think I heard him off to the left when I was standing there.
When you guys came up on him, was he moving because of the vehicles, or was he just on
He was just moving. He was just back and forth, kind of meandering like they do, you know, side to side.
Once they head into this, there's no way to track them through this stuff.
You poke an eye out and lose a testicle or something.
You talk them into do a controlled burn.
They're not going to do a controlled burn.
Not at these houses.
Have you looked
here.
at the neighborhood? Yeah, that's not going to happen.
Have you looked at this castle over here? I'm not thinking they want a controlled burn. What worries me, though, is your truck is so loud. Damn. And he's half blind. Oh, we still love you, Mike. Well, Mikey, don't go away mad. Just go away.
The Nile hunt ends empty-handed. The python hunters may have to rethink their strategy.
But I don't think from today's experiences so far, we're just going to jump out and go chase them down and grab them. We're going to have to figure out a better game plan for that.
While Michael and Greg carry on hunting Nile monitors.
That was kind of like 4 and a dud. Oh, man, you got the good rocks, though.
Sean's at home teaching Thorne and a friend about a newly rescued native.
Hey, Tom Sawyer and Huck Finn, come here. Check this out. Guys, pick this up. I got a call. Said, come and get it, or we're gonna kill it. You may want to step back.
And I'm gonna back up.
The eastern diamondback rattlesnake is a native species feared in Florida for its deadly hemotoxic bite.
Where you going?
Hemotoxins attack the arteries and veins. They destroy red blood cells and damage organs and tissue. Even a quick sprint to the hospital won't always save an injured limb.
Got you an eastern?
Yeah, eastern diamondback. Look at the rattle on this thing. Ooh, it's a big female. You're pretty.
You gonna kiss her for us?
Yeah. Ooh. Quick like lightning.
The eastern diamondback rattlesnake is North America's largest venomous snake. A 2.5-meter-long rattler can strike its victim more than a meter away. But look out, it doesn't always rattle before striking.
Oh, there I am, huh? A little bit of heat. Hey, sweetie. Look at you. She's good. We've got an agreement. I don't get any closer to her, and I don't hurt her. And, you know, she keeps her distance as well. Tanner, you were here when we caught that other one right out front of the house.
Yep. Thorne thought it was a stick.
Yeah, that one. I forgot about that. It's hard for me. I understand people are really, really afraid of these animals, and this is a really bad bite. I mean, you know that. This is a really bad bite. I've been warning you about this since you were little. Venom on these things, highly toxic, really catalytic, and just destroy muscle tissue, and, I mean, causes real severe necrosis. You can lose fingers, you can lose hands, you can lose mobility in, you know, in your hand or in the limb. This is definitely a snake you don't want to get bit by here in Florida. She's using that rattle to say, hey, you know, I'm dangerous, stay away from me, I want to be left alone. See, she doesn't even... What? Yeah, here I am. Well, see, it's still defensive. She's coiled up, she's trying to protect herself. She's got the rattle going. Leave me alone, leave me alone, leave me alone. You just need love, don't you?
So what are you gonna do with this one, Dad?
We've got that preserve down the road and across the street. I think maybe I'll release her into there. It's perfect habitat. I may hang on to her, put a couple meals in her, and give her a head start because the winter's on its way. And she's heating up. Look at her go. Tail's working overtime. You want to bring me that tub and pack her up?
While Sean prepares a juicy rat for his new lodger, Greg and Michael continue their quest to capture a Nile monitor lizard. After a washout in Cape Coral, they hatch a new plan and head east to another canal in crisis.
What's up, Nick? Hey, Michael, how you doing? Pretty good. Man, you're all
Local
right.
breeder and collector Nick Mole captures invasive species in Florida's canals.
Do you have any ideas of how they got here?
Local pet store that also did some importing may have unintentionally had them released, and they started to populate the canal, which is right behind their facility.
Unintentional releases are often attributed to hurricanes. Some people prefer to set reptiles free rather than leave them caged to face winds of 280 kilometers per hour.
People often dismiss the little babies as an unassuming threat. A lot of times they'll get out and dismiss it, but the fact of the matter is they go from a lizard that comes in as this size and goes to 6-7 feet in length and is capable of wreaking havoc.
Well, why don't we take a run out in your boat and survey the area?
My wife calls this the yacht.
The yacht?
Oh yeah, this is the yacht.
The yacht takes the hunters onto a canal tracing the highway toward Palm Beach International Airport. But it may as well be in the middle of a South American jungle.
Hey, there's a big male iguana right there. He's orange, look at him.
Iguanas are no Nile monitors.
You see him, Nick? Let's come in.
But they are another one of Florida's invasive species that competes for space with native animals and damages infrastructure.
There he goes, there he's going. Let's see where he's going. He's going higher. All right. He's right above it. Get up there, Michael, get up there. Michael, get up there, Michael. Come on, Michael. Michael, get up there and get an eye on him.
Iguanas will jump 6 meters or more out of trees to avoid being captured.
We go into these palms.
We probably went, oh, there he goes. Come to the boat. We had nobody in the boat.
I almost had him.
He jumped right in the boat. Get in the boat, guys. Son of, he was right here. God.
That was a monster male.
Yeah, it was a monster.
Iguanas are capable of producing clutches of 60, 70 eggs at a shot and 2 or 3 times in a season. So it's not going to take long with just a few breeders for them to totally repopulate this canal.
Oh, big guy right here.
I see him.
Male sitting on the grass right there.
See him?
People have been releasing iguanas into canals for over 40 years. Now their descendants are out of control.
Just lift your head up when you want me to come.
Keep going, Joe. He's headed back the other direction. He's too thick. We're not going to find him now. Man, this is frustrating.
This sucks.
Is that a big-ass iguana right there on that tree?
Oh, yeah. Look.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Wow. Yeah, it is. Look at his tail hanging down. He's already laying down. Look. He's already, his head was perched up. He's already laid down against that branch, and he wants to look like part of that tree. If he had his tail laying along that branch, I'd have never seen him. His tail hanging down is what gave him away. So what's the plan? We're going to set Michael up around the backside?
We're going to need someone to scare him, and then we're going to need someone to catch him, so.
I'll come down and scare him down. See that den?
Oh, he is a ways up there.
He is right at the crook in the tree.
He's bedded down. He's not planning on leaving that branch.
Tell me when.
Go, anytime.
Get him.
No. Son of a...
Right in front of us.
Man, that was a beautiful dive.
Yeah, he dove almost right at me, but all it was a pure missile coming straight at me.
That was a howitzer.
Boom! These iguanas are kicking our butts, guys.
Despite all the action, chasing iguanas only distracts Greg and Michael from the real prize.
Where's the Niles at?
You guys just have to believe me. They're here. They're here.
We've been hearing that. We've been up and down this canal here, seeing iguanas all over the place.
The Nile monitor is a monitor. It's a much more intelligent lizard than an iguana. They're much better at hiding. They establish elaborate burrows.
None of that means anything. Your credibility's on the line.
I'm going to prove you guys wrong.
We're waiting to see it.
After 2 hunting trips, Greg and Michael have yet to bag a big lizard. Until they find a way to catch them, the Nile hunt is on hold. Educating kids about Florida's invasive species is just as important as catching unwanted invasives. For Greg, that means packing up his critters for a presentation at Lane's school.
Everybody should be nice and calm. Actually, he's right there for you. If you can tail him and pull him out.
Yeah, well, I don't want to get wet this morning.
I'll do it. I'll do it.
Just don't fall in on your head, please, Lane.
Now he knows what's going on. He's going to try and stay on the bottom. Got him. You gotta hang on. All right, good job, good job.
Wow. Hey, I wasn't going to get wet this morning.
Right in the eye.
Lexi, you want to try? Get your tail up. There you go. Got his tail. Hold on. Just hold him in there. Hold him in there. Don't splash.
Lexi,
all right, there we go.
getting wet.
I got him.
It's all right.
Jeez.
There you go. We haven't had Skipper out in a while. You hear him? He's a little agitated.
Don't get alligator all over you.
How you doing, buddy?
Usually he wouldn't try to even bite us.
Oh,
would
he's
he?
not.
Is he shy?
He just wants to get down. He doesn't want to bite us. But if I put my finger in his mouth,
He will bite.
he'll chomp down on it, that's for sure. All right, go ahead and set him down in there.
Lane selects a pet not many 9-year-olds can handle, a 3-meter-long reticulated python.
Get his head quickly and control it, or he's going to keep crawling back in. There you go.
Lexi grabs a threatened species and a native to Florida, the eastern indigo.
You hold this.
Hey, Mom, remember that one time
For me.
that the snake peed on me at the presentation? Everyone remembers that. That was in my class last year.
Dad wrangles the intimidating Burmese python.
Don't head near me.
Do we need anything else out of here?
I got it. I got it.
Now we got to get Jack.
Jack is Greg's most prized critter, one of less than 50 albino alligators in the world.
There we go.
That makes him a valuable addition to Greg's family and a hit at school presentations.
Clean him up at all or no? Just gonna
I
leave him
think,
like that?
yeah, I think he's pretty clean.
He's got reverse going on.
Yeah, he sure does. Haven't put him in his bag in a while.
We need a bigger bag. Yeah, he does need a bigger bag.
He'll be okay.
For now.
Yeah.
Greg and Sean share a passion for albino alligators.
Look at Ice. Ice knows what's up.
They've been competing to become the first person in the world to breed them in captivity.
Yeah. All right. Morning. You hungry? Yeah, back up a little bit. Back up. Back up. No, back up. What'd I say?
After purchasing their Louisiana-born gators, the race was on.
Nilla, come on, girl.
Then, in August 2010, Sean became the first to produce the prized gator in captivity.
Good girl, Nilla. Your babies are doing good. Yeah. Your babies are doing good. I guess yours too. Huh, Big Papa? Not that you care. If they were out here, you'd try to eat them, wouldn't you? You'd try to eat them like snacks. Unfortunately, that's what bull gators do sometimes, is eat the babies. All right, be good. We'll be back. Look at you guys. They're my kids. They're my children. A lot of people thought that albino alligators wouldn't reproduce, that they, had some lethal gene or some sterility, which would preclude them from, having fertile offspring. When we got the eggs and you helped me take them out of the nest, we were psyched. And then when we saw that the eggs were fertile, we were even more pumped up. And then when these things pipped out, this household was just, on cloud 9. And the best part of it is, Greg thought that he was gonna do it first. We beat him. You're laughing at Greg? Yeah, that's funny, isn't it? Yeah, laugh it up.
Greg does about a dozen school presentations each year.
How you guys doing today? Good.
In Florida, educating children about snakes and alligators is just as important as learning to swim.
How many of you guys have seen the show Python Hunter? Okay, do you guys remember a snake? Do you remember a snake that got all chewed up by the vultures? Guys, I got it burned. Bad shape.
Oh man, something's been eating him.
He's alive.
Oh, he's very much alive. Look at that.
Ah, look at the injuries to that animal. Oh my, watch it. You got it? That's
Something literally ate this while it was alive.
While it was alive, couldn't get away.
Wow.
If you look at the beaks on vultures, they're tough. I mean, they are designed to rip flesh. See this? Boom.
That's
boom,
a mouth.
Yeah.
Boom. Boom.
That's chunks taken out.
You know, just chunks after chunk. I will lay money that when this thing was cold in a catatonic state almost,
something was picking it.
Something just came up and was eating it alive.
We named that snake Chewy because he got chewed up by the vultures, okay? And Chewy's healed up, and he's one of the snakes now that we use to train other snake catchers on how to catch wild pythons. But I don't want anybody to walk up on the snake because this snake will strike and bite. We'll make sure he doesn't get under the truck, and we're gonna make sure he doesn't get to the people, okay? You want this? Chewy's gonna try and bite, then he's gonna get upset.
Although this Burmese python has been in captivity for a while, it's still dangerous.
Good shot. Oh!
That's nasty.
The Burm is Florida's most notorious invasive species. Greg uses him to share a valuable lesson with the kids about them.
All right. We have some animals here like the Burmese pythons that aren't supposed to be here. So we want to remove those out of the environment so that you guys can still enjoy the Everglades the way it's supposed to be with the indigos and the king snakes and the rat snakes and the things that are supposed to be there. One of the things that we like to teach people is how big the animals get, because when people see them in the pet store like this and they're really small, they don't realize that they're going to get big enough to eat large rats and rabbits. And then they don't know what to do with the animals. So if you're ever looking for a pet, especially a reptile or something that's not mainstream, you guys want to do research on the animal and find out what it eats and how big it's going to get.
Reticulated pythons grow between 7.5 and 10.5 meters long, so they aren't easy pets to feed or house.
How big around can they get?
That snake can get big enough around to eat a small deer, sometimes even bigger.
There are big, beautiful native snakes in Florida as well.
This is the largest native Floridian snake that we have, is the eastern indigo. He's going through a shed right now, and that's something that a lot of people don't ever get to see them actually shed, but it just slides right off. Right where it has slid off, the snake is actually sterile at that point. So right now, this snake is as clean as it could possibly be. Here's something really interesting too I'm going to show you. They actually have a scale over their eye. And when I peel this back, it's going to be like a contact lens that comes right off their eye. Now, we can pass those around. I'm going to bring out this next one. As you can see, I don't have any tape on him, which is why we're not going to let anybody pet him right now, okay? Yeah, he's actually getting heavy. I'm going to let him sit on my lap here for a minute. When he gets this big, only bigger alligators and people. What's that?
This is the second time this has happened to me during a presentation.
Well, you want to hold Jack? He hasn't peed yet.
Sure. Wait, yet?
Yet. You're going to have to hang on to him because he's a lot stronger than you're used to. Get over that tail. I need this arm back. There you go. You got him? All right.
Better not start swimming, buddy.
Let it just relax and let's get him to calm down for a second. And if he pees, he's all yours.
No, I'll hand him over to you.
You know, it's really important that we get the information out to these younger kids and educate them about the reptiles so that when they look at these animals for pets, we want to make sure that these invasive animals don't end up out in the wild and injure or destroy our ecosystem.
Greg loves teaching, but duty calls. On their last hunt for the Nile monitors, Greg and Michael found nothing but iguanas.
Get him! No! Son of a...
Today, they've returned to the same canal with Nick to decide once and for all if any Niles live here.
They tear meat, they rip it, they crush snails. You know, they definitely have a much more powerful bite than any snake.
As painful as a burn bite is, it doesn't have that pressure, and it doesn't have that just slash cut that these Nile monitor's teeth do.
2 years ago, Michael almost lost his finger when it was viciously shredded by a monitor bite.
Monitor right there. Monitor
Nile monitor,
right there.
Nile monitor.
Nile monitor right on the bank.
Right here.
Right on the bank back there.
All right, you're going in.
Finally, the hunt is on.
Go by and recon first. God, if I get this is huge. We got to get this. Oh, man, he's hard. He's going to be hard to get. I thought he was in a more open area. Right there. He's looking at us now. Turn around and nose into him. If he runs up towards Michael, we're golden.
He's moving. He's moving.
He's going back. He's going quick. Spin us around. God. That's definitely confirmation that they're here.
Oh, yeah.
The thing we need to do is come back here with a little bit better ammunition. We're not prepared for these lizards. They're
There's another Nile. Turn around. He's right there. He's coming down. Yeah, I'm getting it.
Didn't you just pay attention to what he did?
Yeah, but he was out farther.
What is the definition of insane?
Hey, he went underwater. I didn't. Just went down in the burrow.
Wow, he's drugged some dead meat in there.
You can smell that too.
Yeah.
They're pulling the roadkill, dragging it down here off the road into their burrows, and that's a nice smell.
We've seen two in, 50 to 100 yards.
Woo! If we can just isolate this population and get some good trapping and good hunting on them, we might be able to shut these guys down.
No, I'm just I'm getting a GPS here. We're going to put a drop pin right here.
Why don't you send a text while we're standing here right now to the invasive species coordinator at FWC?
All right, I'll send it to him right now.
With Nick's Nile monitor sightings now confirmed, the hunters can't resist trying to catch one with nothing but their bare hands and a boatload of bravado.
On the bank.
You got his tail? You got his tail?
Yeah.
Watch out. He can't turn in that pipe.
I got his tail.
Where is your... Which way did he go?
Feel that?
Yeah. You got that.
A good-sized lizard.
Get a grip and maybe swap out.
I don't know if there's enough room to even move my hand out of the way. You got it. Okay. Got it?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Good grip?
Got it.
All right. God, he's wedged.
Hey, I'll tell you what we can do.
But you know
There's a tip of this tail. We can get DNA. We can take the tip of this tail that's broke. Do you feel it? Ow! Son of a bit me.
Really?
Yeah, hell yeah, he did. Look at the saliva on my thumb. Look at how dirty my hand is, and look at where he cleaned off my thumb.
A Nile bite can be very dangerous and painful and should be tended to by a physician. While they aren't venomous, their saliva does contain nasty bacteria that can cause severe infections.
He's off in the unknown. At least we can say we all had our hands on one.
I touched it.
You touched it. I got bit by it.
He got bit by it. You had your hands on it.
Let's get out of here.
Let's get out of here.
I just think the chances of us actually being able to capture them right now is with the tools we've got is slim to none.
We're gonna have to come back with a net gun and with nighttime, whatever it is we need to do.
You don't bring a knife to a gunfight. Or in the case of invasive lizards, empty hands to a Nile monitor hunt.
Let's see what we got. Test this new net gun out, baby.
Net guns capture wildlife without causing death or injury. But this one came without instructions in English.
Nice. It's in like Mandarin Chinese. Crap. Guess I should have studied up, huh?
Nile monitors run away from humans at the slightest sign of danger.
A Chinese jigsaw puzzle.
But with 9 square meters of net and a striking distance of over 12 meters, escape is practically impossible.
Where did I put the round at? There's my powder charge.
Smart hunters test their gear. And with 2 unknowing volunteers in sight, this net is about to take its maiden voyage.
What do you think he's doing?
I don't know. And here he comes.
What do you got?
Hey, boy. A gun in his hand.
Almost had you, baby.
That worked pretty decent.
Yeah, that came out beautifully.
Yeah, as long as it works.
If I hadn't pulled my shot, I think I'd have Greg all right there.
I noticed he was aiming more towards me than you as well.
Yeah, I noticed that too. I was happy for
that. Was a bigger target. I had to go for the biggest target.
He goes there. You plan on using that now?
Huh?
So we using that again, or
No,
what?
I was being ready.
Just being ready? Walking around with a live load in there?
What? There it is, going. Come on, man. I caught one, Mikey.
Can you get out of that?
Yeah, I'm sure I can get out of it. He's got
Now we know it works.
He's got his head through a hole. This ought to work real nice on those Nile monitors, boys.
Oh, yeah.
Now fully armed, they've returned to Nick's infested canal to catch their first Nile.
Yes. This, the net gun extraordinaire, Nile monitor assassin pistol. And if Greg gets too out of line, I'll just net gun his ass. It's gotta go this way, obviously.
With the net gun packed, Sean takes the lead and the catch position in his boat.
Well, from what we've been seeing, just like over in Cape Cory, look at that tree right there. It is just plumb full of those exotic apple snails, and we're seeing them all over the banks. And, you know, they were finding hundreds of those in the stomachs of those Niles they necropsied. So you can pretty much bet that here that's probably primarily what they're eating as well.
Well, this is their perfect habitat. There's holes there, holes there, holes there. Great places for them to crawl into and den.
We've got a Nile monitor right there.
You see it?
Yeah. It's straight off the bow. 2.5 feet above the water right there. That net might get through there close enough to...
Yeah, I got it.
...to do something.
That's its burrow right there.
The left one?
Yeah.
Look,
right above the cup.
Now, when do you want me to start heading towards you?
Hang on, Nate. Not yet. I want to check this out. He's in a massive tangle.
Yeah.
His head is sticking right out this side. All we can do is try this net and let's see what we get.
Got her?
I got her. Don't get on me, don't get on me. Can't get away with you that close, Michael.
I'm back. Hold on.
No, get that net over. Go this way, go this way.
She's on there. Get her.
Woohoo!
Got her?
Oh, get that up. Let me see that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's gorgeous. Look at that freaking thing. Look at this thing.
Make sure he's got a good grip.
I got it. Yeah, I've got his back legs here.
She's coming out fighting if
Look
she comes
at
loose.
that color. And she is gorgeous.
When they get something in that mouth, between the razor sharp teeth in there, and when they grab a hold of something, if they can't swallow it right down, these front claws will just shred it. Look at that. It's like a velociraptor right there.
Did you see when I laid my hands on her and we both tumbled to the ground?
The python hunters have finally captured their first Nile monitor. The animal's journey from pet to problem to property of Fish and Wildlife Commission has given Sean, Michael, and Greg a taste for a new mission: to take on Florida's most destructive and invasive species, wherever they may be, wherever they roam free.
Good grab, man.
She almost hit me on my nipple.
This looks like something out of a horror movie.
The python hunters hit Louisiana. They take stock of the animals after Hurricane Katrina.
Sean, man, good find.
That's a sexy snake.
And discover reptiles invading homes.
Oh my God. Oh no.
A bayou teeming with snakes.
Cottonmouth right here.
And colossal alligators.
That's a monster right there.
They're on the hunt for anything that slithers. Invasive reptiles threaten Florida's wetlands. Iguanas, Nile monitors, and the most notorious of all, the giant Burmese python.
Snake, there's a berm right there.
Oh, yeah.
Now 3 men join forces to defend the Everglades. Biologist Sean Heflick. He's been chasing, breeding, and collecting reptiles his entire life.
I've never been afraid of snakes.
Exotic reptile breeder and cop Greg Graziani. He knows his pythons inside and out.
I got my first Burmese python when I was 12 years old.
And python breeding pro Michael Cole. He sold his designer color mutations for as much as $25,000.
I've learned about reptiles the hard way. It was a passion.
They are the Python Hunters.
Guys, I got it firm.
He's alive.
He's very much alive.
So far, the guys have tracked down and captured dozens of Burmese pythons and other exotic reptiles.
Look at that.
But cold weather is descending on Florida, forcing snakes and lizards to take cover.
Finding a snake in this stuff is like...
It's like finding a python in Canada. Again. Is there a Nile monitor up there?
You almost ate it.
Frosty weather is a serious problem for all of Florida's cold-blooded creatures. And it puts a freeze on our hunters' passion, catching berms.
You know, we've caught Niles, berms, iguanas. But all we're catching out here in this weather is a bad case of the sniffles. I hear you. We're just spinning our wheels out here.
Oh, we're wasting our time, man. We need to come back when it's warmer.
I say we wrap it.
With hunting on hold, the guys take the opportunity to leave Florida for vital research.
Sean, you think you can make some calls to Louisiana? You've got some connections with a biologist up there doing some studies.
I'm game. Let's go get in some trouble in Louisiana.
In 1992, Hurricane Andrew caused 900 Burmese pythons to be released into Florida's Everglades. When Hurricane Katrina slammed the coastline of nearby Louisiana, the destruction was even worse. 600,000 animals, including many exotic pet snakes and reptiles, were washed out into the wild. Now the python hunters want to know what happened to them and the native species that once thrived in these bayous.
This whole neighborhood, there's only 1 out of every 6 houses that's got people in it.
In 2005, Hurricane Katrina came ashore on the Mississippi Delta, killing over 1,800 people.
We've got 30, 40 yards, and there are 5 homes that are demolished, and there's no one living in them.
2 days after the hurricane hit, 80% of New Orleans was underwater, leaving over 50,000 pets to fend for themselves.
Well, let's get out and look at this a little bit.
When the levees broke, this area, known as the 9th Ward, was the hardest hit.
This looks like something out of a horror movie. Just apocalyptic. This is so overgrown in the last 5 years. This could be another wetlands again. Be a great place for the animals to come back into.
They're here looking for any signs of animal life.
I remember during Katrina, as the waters were rising, the snakes were trying to get in the homes and rodents and all of this wildlife because houses were the last high ground left.
But they're discovering this place is a dead zone.
One of the things we heard, you know, just because it's what we do, is that people release their pythons and boas out here. And just looking at the landscape, I mean, there's really not enough cover for these animals to hide during the winter. So the odds 5 years later of any of those animals being around here are slim to none.
Yeah, but here's the crazy thing. All of this was 20 feet underwater, rushing like a, you know, just a mad, out-of-control river. As good a swimmer as boas and Burmese are, well, they can't swim for 24 hours straight in calm water.
A lot of death and destruction.
No doubt.
Yeah, that's the difference between the Everglades. You know, we didn't have the floods.
Strange.
To find out just how far this devastation extends, the hunters cross Lake Pontchartrain to a famous wildlife refuge.
And then we're gonna get on this airboat, run about 35, 40 miles an hour. Rub the white gator for luck so we find something good. Everybody got to rub the gator.
That's our good juju.
There you go.
Using their connections with Louisiana's Fish and Wildlife Department, they get a hold of Dan Bro at Big Branch Marsh.
Danny?
Hey.
How you doing? I'm Sean.
Hey, Sean, nice to meet you.
What do you got in store for us today?
Well, what I'd hope to take you out into the marsh and show you some of the challenges we faced because of Hurricane Katrina and just basic management of the refuge.
Yeah, let's hit the boats.
All right, thumbs up when y'all are ready.
This 6,900 hectare wildlife reserve was drowned in 5 meters of water by Katrina.
We've had several portions of the refuge that got hit hard. We've had a lot of issues that we've had to fight, but we can still see the light at the end of the tunnel as long as we don't have any other major catastrophic hurricanes.
As hunters of invasive species, the guys want to know which ones threaten the bayou.
Do you have any issues with nutria coming in here?
Nutria are large rodents native to South America. They can weigh up to 9 kilos and grow over 1/3 of a meter.
We do have nutria out here. They eat several times their body weight. They reproduce multiple times during the year. And so we're glad that we have alligators to help control them.
We have the alligators as the apex predators in Florida as well.
Like the Burmese python in Florida, nutria populations exploded after the hurricane.
When Hurricane Katrina came through, our alligator population got dwindled. Not having that predator, our nutria population the next year started to increase.
Another example of non-native species introduction doing damage.
But now, Louisiana's legendary alligators are back at Big Branch Marsh. Next, the investigation turns to another long-term bayou resident hurt by the hurricane, the venomous water moccasin.
Let's hit that island you talked about, Danny, with all the potential snakes.
Okay. Hold on! Okay, I've had too many run-ins with snakes in my youth, so
let the games begin.
Jump ahead.
Look at this. Something's eating a moorhen. That's fresh, too. Look at this. The head's ripped off and eaten. This is so fresh, it doesn't smell at all. It's making me hungry. Put it down.
Greg.
Yeah?
You got a burrow over here of some kind.
Let's see what you got.
Michael's used to getting bit by aggressive pythons, but being struck by a venomous snake isn't something he wants to risk.
Just going down on the water line, that's
Could have been a hog. He'd just stick his snout right down in there, make that hole, and suck up a grub.
Oh, well, back to the snake hunts.
Snake! Keep talking. Here.
Water snake, that's Cottonmouth.
Right here.
It's Cottonmouth, like top of the back end.
There we go. Look at that. Look at the bands on that.
Look at that. Sean, man, good find.
Look at how fat and healthy this thing is. Pretty.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, sweetie. Look at the pit on this thing's upper lip.
Snakes have heat-sensing pits that allow them to home in on the heat coming from their prey.
Really spectacular.
That is awesome.
Cottonmouths, or water moccasins as they're formally known, have hemotoxic venom. It's capable of destroying massive amounts of tissue and muscle. So handling these snakes is for experts only.
Look at the eye.
There was like a golden outline around the pupil.
When he turns his face towards you, that's just power in that face.
That's a sexy snake. I am sweating like a stuck pig.
I'm the same way. I got sweat boiling off of me.
First venomous in Louisiana.
Hey, that's my phone. You guys leave me holding a cottonmouth and just head off for something better.
Within minutes, the python hunters already have their second catch.
Did you idea yet?
Yeah, the water moccasin. I almost groined myself. I slapped my face with a branch, and running through soggy, boggy soil makes me realize I'm not 20 years old anymore.
You know, U.S. Fish and Wildlife yells out they got a snake, and 2 guys are gone. I'm holding a cottonmouth.
So how do you keep finding them out here?
They hang out in the sun near the brush where they can hide, and you know, they're either curled up or just trying to sun themselves.
Oh, let him sit, let him sit. He's pretty.
The moccasin?
Yeah, little juvenile water moccasin. Look how dark he is. He still has the juvenile banding, but ours, you know, not all of them, but most of ours at this age are highly banded, and this guy's really subdued. Mikey, are you,
No, I'm not.
You're not the one?
Nope. Promised my wife. And for now, until Bodie's out of the house, I'm very happy to watch you guys handle these professionally and enjoy taking pictures and all that other stuff.
Michael's passionate about preserving this snake's wetland habitat, but actually handling the snake is not a part of his conservation plan.
You got to respect Michael, you know, for the decision that he made, because it's a decision for him, it's a decision for the family, and it doesn't make him weak or wimpy or anything. You know, he's made a decision, and he's stuck by that for his family.
Nothing wrong with all that. By the way, he's gone.
Yeah,
where did he go?
His tail is right here. If we tap this tail, I bet you he'll totally suck everything in and be gone under that leaf litter. As an ambush predator, that animal sitting under that leaf litter with just his head sticking out would be invisible to a small rodent, a lizard, a frog, you know, anything that comes through. There he goes, boom.
Like a jack-in-the-box.
With no desire to chase down the heavy hitters, Michael delights in a creature more likely to lose a limb of its own.
That's a salamander.
Salamander?
No, it is a skink.
Skink.
It's a skink, yep. If it gets a chance, you get a hold of that tail, it will drop it, and it will run, and the tail will just sit there and wiggle. So you guys catch those big, bad cottonmouths, and I got me a skink.
But the hunt's not over yet. This island is slithering with snakes.
Huge cottonmouth! Huge cottonmouth!
Ooh, bye, little buddy.
Oh, yeah.
Look at this. Look at this.
Woo! Oh, yeah.
Baby.
That's a monster.
It's got a
The python hunter's investigation of Louisiana's swamplands is exceeding their expectations.
Here, watch your hand. I'm pulling right through here.
I got it.
All right, I got him. All right, hook coming out. It's got food in it.
Oh, yeah.
It's got something in its belly.
He's lethargic due to the cold weather and the large meal he's got in him right now.
I tell you, as jazzed as I am about this big, beautiful animal, I want to let it digest its meal and go about her business.
Yeah, I agree.
That is very cool.
All right. Little wood frog. Yeah, beautiful little native guy.
Snake!
Another one?
Yeah, water moccasin. Greg!
Hear ya!
Yeah, let him run through there. Let him run through there. Let him run through there. I got it. I got it.
I got a stick now.
Sean, man, good find.
Water moccasins are one of 7 species of venomous snakes found in Louisiana.
That's the white cottony.
Yeah.
Up top, you can see the fangs kind of gently bent back, covered in the sheath.
This isolated island has become a safe haven for a species recovering from the devastation of Hurricane Katrina.
I need to let you go about your business. Come on, little one. You've got a nice kind of tidal mud flat right here. A lot of frogs, a lot of stuff to eat. This is the perfect habitat for that guy.
You know, I know we don't have a schedule, but this man here's on the job.
I'm coming, I'm coming.
We could leave you out here and you'd have to swim through the gators to get back.
I'm good with that. Now you're talking my tune. I could spend a week or 2 out here just on this island.
I think next time we got to come here, we'll just camp.
You know, the buck, the water, the swamp, the snakes, gators. I had a good time.
After their visit to the 9th Ward, the hunters thought Katrina struck a death blow to Louisiana's wildlife. But to their surprise, with the help of men like Dan Bro, the state's remote bayous are not only surviving, they're thriving.
We ready? You got the directions and everything?
Yeah, you missed a spot on the back window.
Wildlife's doing well in the bayou, but Hurricane Katrina displaced an estimated 250,000 pets in urban areas. Some of them may still be on the loose, and the python hunters are about to meet a man who catches them.
All right, so heading to Dave Milliken. He runs a rescue and goes on, calls.
How you doing?
What's up, fellas? Welcome to Louisiana.
Yeah. We're enjoying it so far.
Good.
Really nice. What is it exactly that you do?
I'm a nuisance control operator for the state of Louisiana. I work for myself, got my own business, and it's all about catching nuisance animals. Everything but cats and dogs. Let's go take a look at some things. I got plenty of animals. This we got a bunch of different Louisiana natives, which I believe they're all native to Florida, too. And these were all caught and captured out of people's homes, too.
Yeah, it's a big animal. When you look at their heads, what do they look like?
An anaconda.
An anaconda. They got that short, massive head.
The most impressive thing I found about the mud snake is that spike on the end of the tail that they use to hold down their slimy prey.
I think I've fallen in love all over again.
Check this guy out. I mean, this is a real close relative to our Florida king. The one thing I've noticed on this guy, though, is texture's a little bit different. They're smoother.
First one I held, I noticed that right away, too. This is the yellow-bellied water snake. Just like our water snakes, people confuse these for water moccasins. And when they get agitated, people kill these things wantonly. It's unfortunate because these things are harmless.
This is yours? Yeah.
You're ringing.
Wildlife control.
Yes, I just went to my garage and I have a huge snake in my garage. It's huge. I just saw it. It's huge. I don't know, 10 feet. How soon can you get here?
We're gonna head there right now. Y'all wanna go?
Oh, yeah.
Let's go check it out. Let's go see.
Dave has been known to get up to 10 calls a day. With so many animals on the loose, many of them end up on people's property.
Lose them now.
How big is the snake, ma'am? Huge, it's a monster, huh?
10 feet long.
Where did you see it?
In the full pump.
Cold-blooded reptiles need heat sources to raise their body temperature, to move around, hunt, and digest their prey.
That pool pump, that's a heat source, that's a motor that's running.
But what started as a simple snake extraction takes an unexpected turn.
Can you show us?
Oh my God, it's gone. Oh no. Oh.
It was in here, though.
Yes.
Nah, you see that? Nice big hole. Yeah. Large snake go through this lattice.
Moving out of here.
We got another heat source over here. We got another heat source over here, the hot tub.
What you got?
A hot tub over here.
A hot tub?
Could be another heat source. No, it's good and clean up here. No places to hide or anything.
Be careful poking around, guys. Anything could be under here.
You know this lady at all?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to freak her out, but she left the back door open. Damn snake could be inside.
Yeah, I wouldn't tell her that just yet.
All right. All kinds of debris under here, like old timbers and extra bricks and lawn chairs and all kinds of stuff.
Hey, I got the tail of a berm right here, man, an albino.
He's in this lawn chair.
Got him?
Yeah, he's under a bunch of debris in here.
It's an albino.
Oh, somebody's pet, huh? Here I come. Where's it at?
Hold on, let's see. I'll make sure he can't get under this pool. I got the head. It's coming back to me. Coming back to me.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Albino Burms have red eyes and lighter skin than normal Burmese pythons because they lack the darker pigment melanin. This unique lack of camouflage makes them vulnerable to predators in the wild, but popular as pets.
Oh, he's cold.
He's cold. He's real cold.
Well, I can tell you what this guy was just using his heat-sensing pits for. He was finding that pool pump because it was putting off heat.
That's right.
And he's in serious need of it.
This python's heat-sensing pits clearly stand out against the snake's pale coloring.
That's way too pretty to be living out here an extensive amount of time.
This animal's lucky this homeowner saw him and called you, Dave, because it wouldn't last much longer out here with these temperatures.
A cold-blooded tropical snake like the Burmese python can't survive Louisiana's winter months.
Let's get him out of here.
Because the state lies further north than Florida, low temperatures here average a frigid 4.4 degrees. That's over 5½ degrees colder than in the Everglades.
This thing's actually beautiful. Look how solid it is.
Oh, my God. Oh, no. Oh, it's too big. Oh, God. Oh.
If we could be so bold, we'd like to stretch this animal out and we'll hold its head. And if you just touch this animal,
think so.
You sure?
Positive.
Look how far away.
Absolutely positive. I do not want to touch it.
Look how far away you can stand from the head while I'll secure this head and you just touch it.
I have never touched a snake in my whole life living in Louisiana. I've never touched one. I don't think I want to.
And today is your lucky day.
Ooh, it is soft.
Yeah, look at that.
That's good.
Congratulations. Another convert. Before you know it, you're going to be out here wrangling snakes, putting them in buckets, and then you're just going to call Dave and say, hey, I got another one. It's all wrangled for you. All you got to do is pick it up.
Never in a million years. Never.
Sean may have put some of Diane's fears to rest, but she's not a convert just yet.
They're comfortable with the snakes, and that's good. I'm glad there are people like that because I'm not. It's not a relief, it's hallelujah, you know, that it's gone.
Are you interested in providing this a temporary home until we can find its owner?
Hasn't anything I've said this whole time made any sense to you? You're a snake lover.
He's a little thick. He just doesn't get it sometimes. So, you know, we'll take him and the steak with us.
Good. Thank y'all so much.
Don't always happen like this.
No.
Especially with snakes. Within the last year or so, I probably caught about a dozen pythons and boas.
Do you think that people let them go, or do you think they were released, you know, inadvertently by the destruction of the hurricane?
It's a combination. I've had actually people admit to me that before they left, before they evacuated, they opened their cages and just left.
The python hunters' animal rescue with Dave and their discoveries in the Bayou with Dan suggest Louisiana's reptiles are resilient. Now they want hard numbers, not from the swamp, but from a road that runs through it.
We know how it's done in Florida. Let's go see how them boys in Louisiana do it.
The python hunters have found a scientist who's been studying local snake populations.
Good. So you guys are the snake professors?
Yes.
Outstanding.
For the past 7 years, Dr. Cliff Fontenot has been collecting reptiles along a highway that cuts through prime snake territory. The data he collects measures fluctuations in populations before and after major weather disturbances.
Hey, this is good stuff, guys. We do the same thing in Florida. A lot of highway cruising, just cruising along the roads, looking for dead snakes or live snakes, or whatever we can find.
So what kind of changes did you see after Katrina?
At the time, the numbers were really low that we were getting per trip. The day after Katrina, it was 10 times as high.
Wow.
It's flooded everywhere, and they've got nowhere to go except the high ground associated with the road. It looks like it takes about 3 years for numbers to go back down to originals.
So when's the last time that you guys actually picked up either roadkill or live off of this stretch of road?
Last night, one dead one.
I knew I'd like this guy. Roadkill aficionado, snake lover. It doesn't get any better than that right there.
Home brewer.
Home brewer. Yeah. It just gets better and better.
If Cliff's past results continue to hold, there's a good chance of finding snakes tonight.
Snake, snake, snake. Snakes. What's that? Look fat like a little mud snake.
I got out first.
I don't think it was that far, was it? Right there?
Look!
Is it a mud?
But the team's elation is a little premature.
What is that?
Piece of tire.
It's not a snake, just some rubber tread.
Be careful, the wires on here will prick you.
We'll see.
Sean, good eye, man, good eye.
That was a bummer, huh?
It was moving. Snake, snake, snake.
Thanks. Yeah, thanks, guys.
Little juvenile rat snake. Fresh and delicious.
On your measurements, do you guys take sex?
Yeah, whenever it's possible.
We have a professional that sexes dead snakes. He does it by taste.
No. Well, that's one, right? We know something's moving.
That's a good sign early on.
Let's load up and find more stuff. Okay. Ryan, good spot.
Asphalt must seem like a warm blanket to a cold-blooded reptile. But this young rat snake picked the wrong spot to raise its body temperature.
What kind of temp differential did you have with air and ground?
So the air was around 15 degrees Celsius and the concrete, the pavement, was around 25. Usually at night, the air cools down faster and the pavement stays warmer longer. And since they are cold-blooded species, they come out here to warm up and then they might go back off and they're at the hunt.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's snake. Snake, there's a dead snake. Pretty sure it was already dead. It was right on the line. Woo, a little more squishy than the last.
That one severed the spine completely.
Yeah.
This roadkill is a harmless banded water snake, but it's a dead ringer for a species people fear.
Is this typical for your banded water snakes?
It looks a little bit like the cottonmouths. And the cottonmouths are the main poisonous snake here, really the only one found in this specific area.
Yeah, we see the same exact thing. These things really take the brunt of the persecution for the water moccasin for those exact reasons.
Well, let's bag this one and keep moving. Maybe we can find something alive.
All right, sounds good.
Another 2 kilometers, and at last, the hunters find something that can still slither.
Snake, snake, snake.
Thanks.
Look at that, look at that.
King snake.
That is just a really beautiful snake. I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't mind roadkill, but this is what I came here for.
The king snake gets its regal name because it can overpower and eat other snakes, even venomous ones like rattlers. Like a python, it strangles its prey.
Down south, a Florida king snake's kind of like the prize.
We catch these very, very few often, so it's you guys got here a lucky night to get
2 Irishmen in the van tonight? That's all it took.
King snakes are on the decline in both Louisiana and Florida due to habitat loss. Finding one here is a good sign the population could be on the rebound.
So when you guys find a specimen like this, do you typically take it back to the lab for more study on it or release it here on the roadside?
Back in the lab, we'll do a scale clip to put a unique mark so that if we find that snake again, we know that we've caught that one before.
We take the data that we need and we come back and release them at the same exact point so this snake can go carry on with its own life again.
Good find, good find.
This encounter leaves the python hunters hungry for more action.
I got a hook.
Yeah, let me grab my hook.
Cliff agrees to take them off the beaten track and into the bayou.
So this is the forested swamp right here. The rat snakes are more common here. The rough green snakes are more common here.
So basically our search pattern is from the ground all the way up.
All the way up, yes.
Hey guys, I got a rat snake over here.
Sweet.
Look at him coming around. That is just awesome.
Nice.
He doesn't make climbing up this tree look any difficult than climbing across the ground.
Look at this, just 2 limb scars, just using them as leverage.
Rat snakes are non-venomous constrictors with extraordinary climbing skills. Their voracious appetite for both rodents and chicken eggs makes them a mixed blessing for Louisiana farmers.
Look at this, he's gonna stretch over to that other tree.
This is what makes him so efficient. He can sit at any level and grab prey.
They're so captivated by the nimble rat snake.
What do you think?
They don't even notice the swamp literally swallowing up one of their camera crew.
Wow, Harry. Harry goes, new angle, and nobody even looks at him. Everybody's looking at the snake, and he's getting shorter.
Looks like we got some quicksand over here, boys.
The python hunters would spend all night in this bayou looking for snakes if it weren't for the threat of sinking in quicksand.
Hey, thanks for that. That was a good time.
That was great, man. That king snake was awesome. You guys take care and good luck. Keep us posted on the study and how it's going. All right?
It's time to get up close and personal with a reptile of a different sort and size. Louisiana is home to almost 2 million alligators, more than anywhere else in North America. They're the same species as the ones in the Everglades, but these Cajun gators are larger and heavier. Sean and Greg head to Louisiana's oldest alligator farm to see just how different they are, but also for another more personal reason.
You know, we're headed over to Cleaver's, which is rumored to where the blue gators are coming from. And you're supposed to have one there.
I'm hoping that it's larger, it's blue, and it's a male. That's what we need.
Fingers crossed.
The blue is among the rarest alligators in the world. A unique mutation gives its skin a distinct blue color when it's a juvenile. Sean and Greg care for 2 of the only known blues to exist in private hands. But there's a problem. Both of their blues are females.
Well, this is interesting because supposedly he's breeding these at his farm. Mr. Cleaver? Yeah. How are you? I'm Sean Heffley, Greg Graziani.
They've recently heard the farm's owner, Harvey Kleber, might actually have a male.
How you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing all right.
But first, they've got to convince him to let them see his blue gator.
We hear you have some interesting alligators here.
Yeah.
We've been hearing about these blue alligators in Louisiana.
I got a big mama blue alligator that lays the blue alligator eggs. They don't have an alligator eye. They got black eye.
Different eyes.
Down cat.
Well, if it's not too much trouble, we're dying to see that blue alligator.
I got pictures when they was hatched. Y'all go see them?
Yes.
Now this is when it was coming out, was first hatched.
Oh, wow, look at that. Different. Look at the eyes on that.
Oh, yeah.
Look at the
He
eyes.
still got the same eye right now.
Very cool. We've seen the pictures. Now we want to see the live one. If that wouldn't be too much trouble.
No, ain't no trouble at all. I want to show you how we raise them and all, too.
Louisiana's alligator farms started as a small industry in 1957. Now, they harvest 170,000 alligators a year, a trade valued at over $12 million.
Harvey Kleber, he's a character.
Definitely you get that Louisiana feeling when you're down here, when you're talking to them. It's slower. Some people may mistake that for ignorance, but make no mistake, this guy's been doing this for almost 60 years.
That's how we grew ours out.
But looking around, Sean and Greg notice this isn't your average alligator farm.
What's the largest gator you have here? You know?
Oh, probably 15 foot. Well, I'll say if I had to guess, close to 3,000 pounds.
Yeah.
The females get a lot bigger.
Yeah.
Large adult American alligators usually weigh around 360 kilos, so this animal is almost 4 times heavier.
You can look at these kids till they're getting old. You see how he bit up on his tail?
Yeah, she's missing the tip of her tail, too.
She tried to get away, and he won't let her get away.
That's a monster right there.
Wow, that is huge.
That is an impressive alligator.
The heads on these things are massive. So some of these alligators are from the 50s when you started.
Yeah, the whole pond's from the 50s.
I don't think there's anything in Florida as big as these things.
No. I want to go inside and see that monster.
Let's go. We'll go look at him. Don't get scared and go pet him now.
Sean and Greg are about to come face to face with some of the largest gators they've ever encountered.
Wow, that is massive. He ain't gonna move, he gonna stay there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, my fault.
Look at the jowls on him, Greg.
This is massive.
An alligator's huge tail accounts for nearly half its length. It uses it to push itself quickly through the water, but also as a weapon.
That's a big animal.
I mean,
he's been around a long time.
His leg is about 8 inches across.
If this guy decided to slap his tail, he's gonna take my head off. If we'd walked up on him first, we probably would have said, This boy's ruling this place.
Yeah.
But after seeing that tank that went in the water and that one over there whose back foot's twice as big as this one,
yeah,
this poor old boy, he ain't got nothing on them. I just want to give him a big hug.
And I haven't seen gators as big as that. Now, we haven't put a tape measure on any of those things, but he's got some of the biggest alligators I've ever seen.
Those two animals that we saw were Goliath. All this talk about your operation, all the gators, still got me wanting to see that blue gator. We gonna take a look at that thing?
Yeah, let's go look at him.
All right.
Finally, Harvey agrees to break out the prize.
So let's take a look at what we came here for. Is that that blue alligator? Here we go.
Where's that blue?
Yeah.
Oh, look at the eyes, yeah. Dark.
He still got some blue on him.
Yeah. Is this a male, a female, or?
He's a male.
A male is just what these matchmakers are looking for, to breed with their females.
And how old is this little beast? 4 or 5 years?
This is about maybe 7, 8 years old.
7, 8? Just trying to look at that picture you had of the baby, you know?
Yeah.
Because it was all blue up in here, blue here.
He still got the little blue on his jaw.
Well, you can catch a little bit in that jaw, but as compared to the baby, in the hatchling in that photo, he's lost all the blue in his throat.
Yeah, light fingers.
Yeah, toenails are deep.
Most people wouldn't notice such small points. But for breeders like Greg and Sean, these details make or break the deal.
What's an animal like this go for?
Don't know. I mean, just let them make an offer.
Is there anybody interested right now?
Yeah, I got a couple people who want to buy them.
Right. So you might have a couple more people interested.
This gator's eye, nail, and skin colors are called mutations. Unique features that make it different from normal alligators. But doubt is setting in.
I don't think that animal is the same mutation as what we are calling the blue alligator.
I think it's different. That is like a black doll's eye. It's just totally different. That one does not have any signs of blue really on it. That is a different mutation. I will lay money on it.
With none of the defining traits shared by Sean and Greg's blues, they feel Harvey's animal isn't suitable mating material.
Mr. Cleaver, I got to thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Well, I appreciate y'all coming.
I'll tell you what, when you get a little bit of time, why don't you come see us in Florida? We'll take you hunting some Burmese pythons in the Everglades.
Can I use my rifle?
Yeah, it's season, yeah.
You sure can.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Pleasure. Thanks.
Although they're disappointed they didn't get their blue, the visit was still worth it.
Overall, I'm real happy about meeting him and you know, seeing his farm and the animals that are there.
That one was a monster.
It was huge. It was a good trip. Definitely educational for us.
With a memorable adventure behind them, Sean and Greg head to New Orleans to join Michael for a taste of something that might have come from Harvey's farm.
What's it all about, man? Good people, good food.
These frog kickers are good eating.
Gator's good as well.
All right, so I got to know, what happened to the Clee Bears?
Some of the biggest gators we've ever seen. Blow anything out of the water we've seen in Florida on exhibit.
Really?
These things were big.
We're talking about a rear foot like this.
I thought you were going to say a tail.
No. The rear foot.
The tail was more like this.
Here, guys, here's to a good day in Louisiana.
Salud.
The python hunters are just about to wrap up their Louisiana excursion when they get an unexpected call. An alligator's on the loose.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Hey, Dave, how are you?
All right, man, what's up?
Good stuff.
I just got a call. The lady's got she said about a 5, maybe 6 foot alligator in her garage, stopping her from getting in her car.
This sounds like our kind of deal. Here.
Let's do it. Follow me.
Yeah. All right, man.
Wonder how big it is.
If it's a hatchling, it's all you, Mikey.
Ooh, geez, thanks. I can handle a hatchling gator.
However,
You're gonna allow me to?
However, let me say right now, that if there is any kind of genetic mutation, I got it. I got this.
Here she is. She's on her way out. Yep. Yep. What do we got?
She says we got an alligator in the ditch.
Louisiana has nearly half of all the wetlands in the lower 48 states. Not surprisingly, the American alligator is the state's official reptile. That keeps men like Dave busy capturing any that stray too close to humans.
Where's the last time you saw it?
I was trying to get the mail out of the mailbox, and its head popped out of the culvert, and it looked probably a whole lot bigger than it is, but it looked huge to me.
Once they learn the location, the python hunters waste no time.
Did you see which way it went?
Yeah, it's closer to Mikey.
Yeah, he's over here.
See it?
Yeah. About how big?
I don't know. Huge.
Sean, that's definitely you.
That's all. That's got my name on it.
I'll hold your feet. Make sure you don't drown.
Hell, Sean can stand up in that hole.
So, Sean, have you ever wrestled a gator in a little old hole like that?
I'll bet you the answer is yes, because he's done everything.
I gotta say, I've never culvert wrestled an alligator.
That's that'd be good then.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I was thinking, this is your neck of the woods, and usually when I go places, I have a local guide. So I think I'm gonna follow right on your right shoulder into that culvert.
Nah, that gator can stay there.
I think he just volunteered you too.
Well, I guess it's unanimous. We didn't get to draw straws. We didn't get any of that.
You are the short straw.
Yeah, you're the short straw no matter where we go.
All right, well, I'm telling you, I bought that new head cam, and I'm gonna get something out of this.
You bought a new head cam?
Get this thing, get this over with.
But while Sean is designated the man with the plan, Greg and Michael hatch one of their own.
Greg, that gator's not gonna sit there. He's gonna come out the other side. Let's let him get his ass good and wet. We'll just grab it when it comes out the other side.
I was wondering why y'all was gonna send him in there.
I hear whispers and giggling.
What are you talking
He was
about?
jumping about a bee.
Yeah.
That bee that chased him earlier? That was funny stuff.
Hey, y'all some bull-faced liars, I'll tell you that right now.
You need a light?
Why, you got your iPhone? Got one of the flashlights on it?
I ain't giving you my phone.
I promise won't get wet.
Yeah, I've seen you not get stuff wet before.
All right, let's go, Commando.
Let's go, girly man, come on.
This is unfamiliar territory for a python hunter. Sean's tangled with gators before, but never in such a tight space.
Holy cow, that's cold.
What's that saying, Greg, about being tough?
You gotta be dumb, you gotta be tough.
That is some bull junk. Oh no! What are you doing? Yes! Get off my gas! Get off my gator! Get off my alligator.
That was pretty good, man. I can't believe you did that.
That's how we roll in Florida.
That's exactly how we roll. 2 dry, 1 wet.
I think that's why y'all got more bite cases in Florida.
So what do you think?
Well, he's not as big as I said he was, is he?
Working in law enforcement, I've handled a lot of robberies, and people always tell me the gun was this big. That's all I saw. They couldn't give me a description of the bad guy, just the giant
You're seeing
gun.
him with his mouth closed. You should have seen him with his mouth wide open.
Looks something like this.
No, it was a lot bigger.
Oh, he's shrunk.
Are you absolutely crazy?
You want to touch his tail?
You don't have to ask that question. Didn't you just see him come out of the pipe?
I did, and he's all wet and muddy.
Listen, all over you,
soft.
Sean.
I didn't expect it to be.
All he wanted to do was get away. I mean, you got in the water, and he came right towards us because you were the biggest threat.
Yeah.
He's just trying to get out of Dodge, and that's what they usually do.
This guy looks like he's under the limit, so this can be a relocated animal, can it?
Yeah, we're gonna just get him back into the local water system.
Okay.
A little further away from people's homes, of course, but we want to get him back out there.
The guys used this opportunity to examine their wild captive and make a discovery.
Hey guys, you notice the nail color on this animal?
Yes, light.
Clear. And
Clear.
The eyes.
The eyes are very similar to the blue gators that we're working with down there. But I'm wondering, I don't know how much of a mutation that is as much as it is a geographic range.
Can we go ahead and grab a sack to put him in?
Yeah,
You got him, that'd be good.
A released alligator can be stubborn and often return to the same place it was captured. But if it's young enough, like this one, relocation to a suitable habitat usually works.
It was a pleasure crawling through your ditch.
Oh, thank you so much. Guys, I am so grateful. Thank you so much for hooking me up. You guys are the bomb.
After trekking through bayous, highways, and sewer drains, the hunters return to New Orleans for some final R&R.
Come Mardi Gras, that'd be a great balcony to be standing on.
They even end up finding more pythons in unlikely places.
No, that's a headdress. Look at that.
You don't suck shrimp head, you suck crawfish heads.
I suck it all, man. It's all good.
That's New Orleans hospitality for you. And gives you a $5 prawn right on the side of the road.
Nice being normal.
But playtime comes to an end when Sean gets troubling news from home.
I don't understand what your text message about. Are you saying the heater went out in our house? Yeah, that's an emergency. We've got animals, and not to mention humans. So, all right, well, keep me posted, all right?
Florida's been hit with the earliest frost in 150 years. To make matters worse, the heating unit's broken at Sean's place.
We can come out later tonight when it gets dark and do a temperature check on them.
His son Thorne and wife Jen have had to cover the iguana's outdoor cage with plastic to insulate the animals. But suddenly, things get worse. Florida's cold snap plunges even lower. Sean, Greg, and Michael are in danger of losing all their reptiles.
I think we're getting to the end of our rope.
Yeah, I think it just came to a screeching halt.
Yeah, I gotta get home.
Just as a reminder of that checklist, the tortoises, the iguanas, the heater's on.
Hey, honey, I saw the weather's getting cold. 52 last night.
Potential disaster is looming, and the sooner they get back to Florida, the better.
Hey, guys. Hey.
Hey, Jake. Hello? Hey, honey.
Michael's concerned for the dozens of reptiles he has caged outdoors.
So all this cold prep that we did to make sure that everybody was gonna be okay, it's working fine, but you got everybody inside okay, right?
Yeah, I mean, it was late in the day, you know, I mean, but I gathered everybody up I could and got them inside.
Fortunately, Michael's prized ball pythons are safely stored in his heated facility. One of his snakes even has a little extra energy to burn.
Oh. That's what he does. That's what he does.
Well,
see? I don't want it to be me. I don't want it to be me the one time he does hit something.
All right, no problem.
Thank you, honey.
all right there, buddy. There's a pretty girl.
Sean's broken heater threatened all his animals, but his wife Jen was able to get it fixed in time.
I'm glad you guys brought these things in, because I was worried about them.
They seem to like it here.
Yeah, they're doing good. They look good.
Greg's adult alligators tolerate the cold better than the vegetation.
Can't believe how quick those plants got hit. Yeah, I mean, it's a good thing it is winter, because those are our shade plants for the albinos.
But he gets a glimpse at just how cold things did get.
It's a little cold,
A little cold. It looks like Tennessee up north, yeah.
I'm glad Dad brought the tortoises in. They would have been frozen.
Wow, that is really cold.
Hey, baby, thanks for taking care of it for me while I was gone.
You're welcome.
Love you.
Love you too.
Their own animals are doing fine, but now the python hunters' thoughts turn to the reptiles living in the wild.
You know, I'd be really, really surprised to see anything today. As cool as it is out here.
But they face this challenge armed with new information.
Sunspot, but
We may find some indigenous stuff that, you know, in a protected area or a windbreak or something in the sun, but pythons, I doubt it.
Louisiana showed them that nature is resilient, even in the most devastating situations. But this early cold snap, coming on top of last year's deep freeze, just might be enough to wipe out the Burmese python once and for all. One thing's certain, it's put an end to this day's hunt.
Is this weather we're having here in Florida
the chances of us finding snakes are getting slimmer and slimmer.
You know, I think you're definitely right. The Burmese pythons, if we get enough freezes to come in here and help, maybe we can get them gone.
Yeah, well, if we get enough freezes to wipe out Burmese python, it may drive me farther south as well. I say we wrap it.